Hey everybody, welcome back to Dress the Quest. Tonight you can see we've got a few members down, but we've got a special guest. So it's all good. Tonight we're going to do a little bit of a pivot on the normal storyline as things need to be taken care of. The Charlatan Dragon is the big bad that's happening, but there's so much going on in Icewind Dale, and we've got to figure out some other issues that are happening. So before we begin, I'm going to state that we have our wonderful guest tell us who they are and who they are playing tonight, and then we'll go around the circle.
Me? I'm the
You're
wonderful
first.
guest. Oh, thank you. I'm honored. I'm Alex. Hello, aka Blonded94 on the internet and places. I'm so honored. I DM Candela Obscura on the Misfits channel and do other work. And today I'm playing Melia, the Ranger. What are they about? Mysterious. You'll have to find out. James, back to you. Still in the studio.
Awesome. Humphrey.
Hello, I am Humphrey Wendell Wickham playing Kelvar Cobblestitch, a gnome warlock who's having existential crises. Yay!
Nothing could go wrong with that.
Sam.
There we go.
Hello, everybody. Tonight I'll be reprising my role as Nier, and occasionally Far when James doesn't want to play him. I'm the Shadar Kai Echo Knight fighter who will try not to mess with Humphrey's character while he's having multiple existential crises. Chris, our good friend.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris and I'm playing Jin Jack Wonderful, the human life cleric. And I'll be, I will not interfere with anyone's crises, although I have many of my own.
And I, of course, am your game master for the evening. All right. With that, we'll do a quick shout out to our wonderful sponsors. Hey, Sam, do you want to be an amazing pitch for our sponsors tonight?
We got them. Check them out.
They just dropped in the chat tonight, right at this moment as Sam was saying that. So go check out our fantastic sponsors. There's all sorts of cool stuff that's happening. Also, of course, if you haven't heard, we're going to Gen Con this year. We'll talk more about that during either after the break or at the end of the show. Let's roll this. Let's roll the intro. We are back. All right. Pull up my notes because it's been a minute since I've done this. The party's hard-won rest in Bryn Shander was shattered as chaos erupted in the streets. Fires spread, citizens fled, and from the inferno, two creatures of flame and shadow emerged. Only after defeating one to almost its brink, merged into the other, and a towering monstrosity of lightning, fire, and despair was created. Already worn down, the heroes charged in with spirit anyways. Erowina steeled herself, raised her blade to face yet another disaster. Nier pushed past exhaustion, fighting in instinct. Olivier unleashed the power of an ancient dragon, striking with terrifying force. Jinjak held the line, refusing to let anyone fall. And from the burning streets, Benji returned, raging into battle without hesitation, while Kelivor hid within the tavern. Lightning crashed from the sky. The ground itself turned against them. Flames spread faster than they could even imagine, but still they had fought. Their blades cut, their magic flared, and the creature staggered until a crystal revealed itself deep within the core. Olivier took that opportunity to reach into the crystal, taking whatever damage it would require, and then Misty Step away. At that point, the creature dissolved into nothing. While the others had not understood what had happened, Olivier fed the crystal to his blade, feeding the ancient emerald dragon. By doing so, unlocking or awakening rather the weapon that he holds. As they check to find that the the damages and the remnants of what this creature left became was much more than they had expected. They had heard from a strange gnome by the name of Cobblepot that told them about a unique item known as sky metal. Sky metal is a type of ground ore that can allow the purification of pure Chardolin, or rather of Chardolin. A discovery had happened as they went off to see Pavia, the chieftain clan, or the clan chieftain of the United Clans of Goliaths, that had, with a very emotional moment, found the two eyes within the shawl that she wore around her neck, each a piece of this star metal. A discussion crossed as each one of them made their decision. Does she pull this out of the shawl, the only thing she has of her mother, or do they leave it and find some other way? At this point, Benji and Erowina continue to discuss and converse with Pavia, making that decision a little easier as they try to soften what that blow could mean. But there's more. As we jump to our what is happening on my screen? Hold on. Open, please. There we go. As the Northern Attitudes helped the rest of the War Council, they have decided to reinforce 4 locations within Icewind Dale: Bryn Shander, the Good Meade, Targos, and Termalaine. The 4 ending points, if for some reason the dragon would get through. These are the holding grounds, the last, of course, being the capital itself. As you wait on the discussion from Pavia, Erowina, and Benji, a newcomer shows up within the campsite. You hear a strange buzzing in the air. Malia, would you like to describe your character?
Yes. So it starts as a low hum, and then as he gets nearer to you, gets louder, like a very nice ambient static. And out of what I'm assuming is the darkness, if this is evening time, coming from the rams and the griffin riders, you see a 6'6" white dragonborn with silver horns, and it almost looks like he's cold because he has blue sort of tinges to the edges of his scales, which perpetually means it looks like he's cold. Flower crown with blue and silver flowers. Almost looks glittering the way the snow has landed on him, in a very nice bright blue and white fur shawl. And then like classic sort of D&D adventurer wear, where it's like a basic shirt, basic trousers, pauldron, snow-covered boots, but looks very well maintained, even though it's probably quite old. As he approaches the group of lads, as the ladies are doing important business on the inside after helping calm some of the griffins and rams the Goliaths have brought down from the mountains with them.
You see this dragonborn appear, buzzing bees around it. Now, for those that are new to Icewind Dale, bees are not something you see every day. Definitely something unique to this individual, or maybe an area. We're unsure.
You there.
Me?
I gesture just at your whole vibe, but particularly at the bees, and I say,
Bees.
how?
You're going to have to be a lot more specific with that question. These are bees, and actually, as you look at the bees, Icewind Dale bees, as established in a previous one-shot that Humphrey may or may not have run on the channel, they're, instead of yellow and black, they are blue and black. A nice pale turquoisey blue that reflects in the evening sun. These are my bees.
And you are?
Oh, I'm sorry. I am Melia. I am Melia Bela. I came down with the, well, not with the Goliaths. They basically, I heard word of what was happening and that good Meade is being reinforced, so I thought I had better join the effort. Been tracking this shitty Shardolin dragon across the mountains, but haven't gotten a beat on it yet. And then I heard some explosions in a fortress to the north of here, and that was alarming. And then I ran into Pavia's troop as they came down, so who are you?
I am Jim Jack Wonderful. Well, I'm a priest, and I'm on a quest to, currently get rid of that bastard dragon, and hopefully bring spring back to Icewind Dale.
Oh, the bees would like that, but your name does sound made up. I like it. I look at Nia.
As opposed to Amelia.
What is
If it
wrong with
helps.
my name?
Nothing.
All words are made up.
Nothing at all.
You must be the brains of the group, yes?
That's what I'm known for.
I knew it. Who are you?
I'm near, and then James, if you want to.
Oh no, I'll let you do this one.
Okay. I'm near, and then of course popping out from right behind me is a shadowy twin, if you will, that goes, and I'm far. And I stop, and I turn and look at the echo of near and just say, okay, you're also me. I know we nickname you that just to avoid confusion, but you realize we're the same, and he's not the brains of the outfit. That's me.
Wow, that's
And this, of course, is our bard friend. Yeah, it's a lot.
Yes. Wait. I know you. You were at the tavern, and your music made my bees upset. I remember you.
She's talking to you.
I
Yes,
was about
you.
to say, Calavar is all the way back at the hotel having a crisis.
Yeah, you
And
gotta.
Jinjak
He
and
is
I
nowhere
are the
near
total
this.
group, the Northern Attitudes. Yes.
Sorry, I thought I sensed someone else here, but my mistake. My mistake.
Ooh.
Wait, you're called the North. Wait, did you give yourself the name the Northern Attitudes, or was that like something someone else gave you?
I'm actually unclear on that. Jinjak?
Oh, I didn't pick that name out, but I reckon. It was a name that we named ourselves. Although,
Wild.
what's in a name? We got tired of talking about us or referring to ourselves as, oh yeah, we're just a group of whatevers or whomevers and whatever. So, it seemed like a good idea, especially considering that how much time we were spending with each other, and it was a good way to respond to anyone who asked who we were.
So these beasts you brought down, are these for the defense of Bryn Shander in particular, or are these what we have access to for the trip we're most certainly taking right now to Kelvin's Cairn?
Well, the bees do sometimes eat people, but they're not really battle bees. They're more my friends. And also, and I pull out, it looks like a sort of, it's in a honeycomb shape, but 3D. It looks like a portable beehive. And then it's got a link up to sort of like what you get as like a camelback on like a walk. And I say, here, try some of this. It's my mead. They just had a dead body the other week, so it should still taste spicy.
Oh, I'm definitely going to pass.
I will say, Nia, it is good shit.
You will say though, the mention of mead, the mention of bees, and the mention of honey. There's definitely a confusion between the three of you, as none of you have seen bees, seen honey, and mead has been pretty much not able to be gathered for months.
Oh.
friend, and it's Melia. Is that correct?
Correct.
Melia, are you needed immediately right here? Some of our companions are handling business elsewhere, but we need to go find. You said you sensed somebody else. We're also looking to go reconnect with another member of our group. Are you able to travel with us? We have some questions if you came from outside the town.
Wow, I did not expect to make friends this quickly. This is new. Yeah, sure. Well, I was already heading down to see where needed defending, and then I got word that someone called Erwina helped advise which towns to reinforce against the imminent attack. And I myself was heading to Good Meade, where I'm from.
Oh,
Well-
that's good. I mean,
Meade,
we were planning to go to Kelvin's Cairn to see if we could. Why were we going there again? Oh yeah, we were going to look for information on how to destroy the dragon.
And to get some additional sky metal or star metal, whatever it was referred to by
But
Cobblepot.
then, the whole thing with the sky metal began because Cobblepot told us that you could cleanse dirty shardlin or corrupted shardlin to make real shardlin out of it, and that stuff is can be used to enhance, well, do wonderful things.
And if you can get your hands on enough of it, you can cleanse a rideable metal dragon.
Oh, no, really?
I don't know. Purely hypothetical.
On my leg.
you're saying I could upgrade my hive with some cool metal and stuff?
Oh, I don't see why not.
That was
You
kind of
see
the
it?
insinuation.
See him shift down. It's like, yeah, I know they look weird. It's fine.
He's talking to the bees.
Yeah. They say yes. We go with you.
Well, tell them thank you.
So, Melia, can you give me a history check for me, please?
Sure, totally.
Or
totally
nature.
honest.
Nature could work too.
I rolled a 12. What is my nature bonus? Please leave the screen, dice. Please. I need my nature bonus. Oh, it's the same.
Strange things to the bees.
It's a 12. It's a 12.
With a 12, you would know specifically when they've mentioned Chardolin. And not that you would know exactly what it is that's happening, but you do know that when you left Goodmead, the bees were not acting normal.
Cool. So we go and get metal.
Well, right now, we have arrived at the hotel.
Did she give
This
us?
seems
Wow,
like
how
a-
did we get here? Wow, that was incredible.
Walking and
My perception
talking.
is less.
Walking and talking.
Wow.
Did we get the sky metal?
No, that was the discussion that Pavia, Benji, and Erwin are still in
Oh, come
conflict
on.
with.
Yeah, they're settling those details. We need to collect the bard.
The bard?
Trust me, he's useful.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, DM,
Jin
how much
Jack.
time do you think I have had this entire time?
Oh, goodness. Probably between the conversation with Pavia, the discussions, and now this, probably 3 to 4 hours. What have
Okay.
you been up to?
So
cheeky halfling of mine.
I've probably been going through all of whatever notes and books that I've collected while we've been in this town, trying to figure out, like, okay, how can a bard become a badass? You know, just trying to read up on anything that could help. Wait, what did Labissa say I could do? I could feed the little totem thing Charlatan to get more perks. Do I even have Charlatan? What does even Charlatan even look like? Just a lot of research going nowhere, then eventually he takes to drinking.
Okay.
Because, you know, Benji just gives him the shakes.
Yep. Trying to calm the nerves. As you do so, you start kind of just perusing through papers. Do you have Chardolin on you?
I was gonna ask you. I do have some obsidian-colored beads back when I was put on someone's shoulder with the Giants, and I played some of my first tunes there. However, you describe them as obsidian-like. At least that's what my note says.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, could that be charlatan? That'd be neat, but
Do me a favor then. Roll me an Arcana check.
that's gonna be a 17.
With a 17, you have heard that there are different forms of Chardlin. There is the ones that you've seen before, where you can, where the corruption seems to be affecting everything. There's what is called pure Chardlin, which is similar to what you saw the creature releasing. And then there's purified Chardlin, which is supposed to be this almost like a battery. You can pull Arcana into it and out of it. This one that you have around your thing, and they're very small beads, it would be similar to what you would see as pure Chardlin. It is that obsidian color, but it gives that reddish blue tint off of it. But they're only about...
Yeah, a bead is a bead.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, they were giant beads, but yeah.
If it's a bead off of a Goliath, I'd say maybe a little bit bigger than a marble-ish.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just gonna keep drinking. Then he finally gets the idea. Hey, I'm gonna take a bead, stick it in the totem, see what happens.
All right. As you do so, you notice that the totem kind of, you see the light kind of peer off of it, and then it glows, and then the totem just slowly crushes down it like a nutcracker. And then you start to see spikes kind of forming out the sides of it. Your weapon is now technically... So what currently is that weapon?
My frost ukulele.
Yep.
See, currently does 1d4 plus 1.
Okay. It's going to do 2d4 plus 2. And it's also going to give you a +2 to your damage and... or it's going to give you a +1 to both your damage and spellcasting modifier.
So a +2 on attacks, if I remember that.
So you're going to your physical damage is just doubling that. So it's going to be 2d4 plus 2. But then on spellcasting with like specifically warlock spells, you'll get a +1 to damage and a +1 to attack. Whatever that modifier is.
Cool. I'm going to scroll that down and figure out how to adjust that in D&D Beyond later.
Sounds good.
Cool.
And all you just
with
hear
that,
is...
he's just kind of going to go neat and then probably go back to drinking because he's still going through the crisis. I'm a bard. What the fuck am I going to do against a dragon?
As you say that, you kind of like drift off for a second. And as you open your eyes, crossed on the bed, leg crossed over one over a knee, you see Levistus sitting there. Oh, come on now. You don't think you're good?
You know, just for potential plot humor, can I roll a constitution to see how drunk I am?
Sure, go for it. You want to start flirting with the devil of the fifth realm?
Maybe
you're welcome
not.
to have
Got a
so.
17.
Nope, you're not. You're not drunk.
I'm just
And this kind of wakes you up for a moment too, as you see him sitting there on the bed, kind of legs crossed.
Oh, hey there.
Hello, my champion.
Yes, Daddy?
Sure, if that's what you want to call
okay,
me,
I was like-
more than happy.
Champion's not exactly the first word that comes to mind when I see this in the mirror. So
I wouldn't have chosen you if I wouldn't have thought you were going to be useful.
at the very least, it's entertaining.
You are quite entertaining. So are your friends. That cleric, quite interested in.
Jinjack?
That's the one. Unique individual. Different.
He's
wouldn't
very
happen-
optimistic.
Have you ever looked in the root? His book.
The root?
His book. The book that he seems to preach from.
Nope, can't say I've had a reason to.
Well, if you don't mind, the next time you're near him and he starts to speak, try to just peer over the shoulder, see what's inside. I'm curious.
I mean, now you mentioned, I'm kind of curious too, because he's got all of his little uplifting stories in there. So
It's strange how he has so many stories and yet always the same.
there's just Calabar going, are they all the same?
They're uplifting. There's no stories of sadness. There's no stories of anger. They're always positive. Why? I'm intrigued to know.
I mean, now you got my curiosity going too. But I mean, we always feel pretty good after he's done with the stories. You know, we're a little harder to hit. I don't see that really happening with sad stories.
Maybe. My curiosity is spiked, and you seem to be one who will at least entertain my curiosity.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. You know, you got my curiosity going too.
Well, then we can be curious together. Find out what I want to know, and maybe there'll be a boon waiting at the end.
I mean, I'll give it a shot, but I don't think either one of us is his type.
You'll find a way.
Fair enough.
And he kind of walks up, kind of stands up, walks slowly up to you, kind of leans down, takes long, slender, black painted nails and just slides them down your face. And as he hits the tip of your chin, he vanishes.
There's a lot of
Yes,
internal
he's
panic
incredibly
in
useful.
Calabar at that moment.
So what are you doing, Calabar?
With no knowledge of anything else that's happening, and him just feeling nice, safe, and comfortable, and safer from Benji in his room. That's just where he's gonna stay there for a while. He's probably gonna say, "Screw it, I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna take me a nice long hot bath. Keep drinking.
And that's what you
Sun
do.
will come out tomorrow."
You pour you gather your you grab your card, the plate that you were handed, you place it on the platform. The water starts to heat up and fill. Gets to about just enough. The steam is pouring off of it. You start to get ready to dip in, and as soon as your big toe hits that water, you hear a boom, boom, boom at the door.
The fear response is kicked in. Fuck the bath. He's now diving under the bed to hide.
The three of you have now returned back to Kelevar's room.
Just probably poke his head out a little bit and go, "Who is it?" Crawl back under.
Is he
Then a
usually
moment of
like this?
realization of, wait, Benji would not have bothered knocking.
It's people you travel with regularly?
Kelevar, we've come to look for you.
Okay, I'm not
Hopefully
hearing
we can
any
find you.
evidence of Benji with them. So yeah, he'll kind of come out, grab a little bathrobe, throw it on himself, open the door and go, "She's not with you, is she? She's not hiding somewhere?"
Oh, she's right over there.
Oh
And,
God! And close the door.
I turn to Melia. Yes, as you can see, he's one of the most valued members of our group.
Do you want me to send a bee in there? They can fit through the keyhole.
I thought he opened the door.
He did, and then he shut it back on you because you told him that Benji was there.
We're just joking. Nah, no need for bees.
Always
Right
need for
now.
bees, but okay.
Well, I'm curious how you can speak to them. Well, we'll talk about this later.
And Kelevar will just kind of crack the door again. No.
Hello.
Well, sir, go ahead.
So you see Jinjak standing in front, near kind of to the side, and then this large dragonborn behind Jinjak.
Kelevar, this here's Melia, and he's going to be accompanying us. Well, the plan is eventually we're going to Kelvin's Cairn. And I wasn't sure if you're up for it, but I reckon if you are, then, you know, we're going.
All right. Are we going like right now, or are we going in the morning?
I look at Melia and said, "Oh, I neglected to ask you, sir, but are you ready to go?"
I'm always ready to go, and now this time Melia looks down at Kelevar and goes, "I knew it. I knew I sensed something. I know you. You upset my bees with your playing. The tavern up north, and then you got swindled. Ha! By my friend. Unfortunate."
Oh, you know each other. Well, that makes things convenient. There's one thing, though. We can't go immediately on account of... we just got into a great big Donnybrook with a huge bunch of flaming monsters in town, and I haven't had a chance to pray and restore my magic. Some of us may be a bit beat up. So
Beat up.
Yeah,
Beat up.
yeah, beat up as opposed to beat down. So
Hey,
to please you all, I wouldn't mind having a rest before we head out.
Awesome. Were we thinking of taking the sled again?
I thought we left the sled somewhere, didn't we?
No,
The sled is
Avarice.
back
That was
to Karen
bought.
Deneball.
No, so Avarice informed you that the sled was going to take 3 days from when you guys arrived and she would bring it to the stables here within Bryn Shander.
Okay, so we don't have it.
It's here. It just
Oh,
you
it
haven't
is?
picked it up yet.
All right.
But on the other hand, you said you were traveling with the large goats and the griffins. Is that correct?
correct. I don't have my own. I just sort of tend to travel either by wing or by swarm or by foot or by climb or by swim. So it depends. I can get around, but it
Those are all
seems
the
like. And I
options.
look down at Kelevar, who's in like a bathrobe, and I'm like, maybe it's good if we spend the night here, so you are all refreshed.
Well, I'm not ready to go right now. I mean, in terms of the things that we were doing, there was a bit of research into seeing if we could purify, and I hold up the bag of polluted chardonnay, and I shake it. Purify this stuff, but they're still in discussion over getting a hold of sky metal.
As you do that and you kind of shake it, your bee starts. They get really angry.
Oh, sorry about that. That's why we keep it in the bag. It's bad stuff.
Well, then why are you shaking it around? The bag of bad stuff.
So I could show you the bag of bad stuff.
I don't want to put the bag of bad stuff away. What's the matter? Aren't you a cleric?
And also, you
Priest?
see that, and for you specifically, Melia, you notice that the bees, when they get close enough to it, that like very like light blue morning sun sky darkens quickly.
Oh, I'll put this away.
Please put it away.
All right. Anyhow, we're sort of stymied in terms of purifying it, so I reckon a good night's sleep. Maybe we'll get the star medal by morning, maybe not. And from what Olivier told me, it looks like there's some kind of ritual, time-consuming ritual involved with purifying it anyway. So my advice is, we can't really wait because that bastard dragon is burning down all these towns. And we should start heading out immediately. Benji and Erwina will catch up with us when they can. But for now, I'm planning on retiring to my room and doing a bit of prayer and sleeping, and then I'll be ready to. And by morning, I'll be ready to, say a prayer and be ready to go.
So, as far as you know, Olivier and Alindra have went off to meet with Avarice to set up some sort of plan to portal you to the entrance of Kelvin's Cairn. Benji and Erwina are currently in heavy conversation with Pavia, and you've also spoken about the fact that you wanted to speak with Erwina's mother as well about this stuff called Sky Metal.
Do we want to do I was thinking we'd wait until Erwina's...
Correct. I'm just giving you the kind of the idea of where everybody's at right now, especially the
I'm
ones
not
that are
comfortable with speaking with Erwina's mother without Erwina being around.
Don't want to do that. I'll let you see behind the scenes on that. Don't do that. Wouldn't be good.
I didn't know about us being portaled there. I mean, then it saved us a dog sled trip, but
yeah.
Actually, no, we should portal with the dog sled unless they have a way of getting us back the same way.
Yeah. So Olivier informs you that you can get one or the other. Either they can give you a stone that allows you to return immediately, or they can portal you there and then you have to find your way home.
I'm thinking we get a stone that can return us immediately, and we take the dog sled to go there.
Okay. And when you speak with her, when you speak with the two from the Arcane Brotherhood, you'll be able to inform her of that's the plan. And Olivia will set all that up. Olivia and Alinda will set up that stuff.
Melia, do you have a room here yet?
No.
So Melia, I don't think you're aware of where you've stepped into. This is the most lavish place you have ever seen, heard, or even thought of. There are 4 mages at the bottom. They're apprentices, of course, but they are doing nothing but prestidigitation, cleaning the rooms as people step in. You've walked up to what would be considered the second floor, which is around 2 giant wooden staircases. And you notice that on them, or in hand, Kelevar has 3 plates in his hand. One is a bronze plate, one is a silver plate, and one is a gold plate. Definitely unique in the style, but this is the equivalency of like a 5-star hotel.
Yeah, I think Melia's not overwhelmed because Melia's has common sense, but Melia doesn't really have the intelligence to overthink too much about where they are at any particular time, and just sort of looks around and thinks, this is such an unnecessary waste of resources. Isn't there a dragon attacking places? Shouldn't we be concentrating on not this? But also is really hungry and looks at the bronze, silver, and gold plates. And is it Kelevar's holding the plates? Looks down at Kelevar and goes, sorry about before. What are these plates that you carry?
That was an excellent question for the DM because I forgot.
So one of your plates, remember, allows you to pour a hot bath. The other one summons the goblin for food, and the last one I believe we had summoned for allows you to enter into the spa in places like that.
I relayed the information.
What is a spa?
Oh, well, if you're going to be here for the night, I can show you.
I look around at the other two and I'm like, should I'll be all right. The bees will be all right in the spa. Right?
Oh, you'll enjoy the spa. Everyone likes the spa.
Just give me 1 second. Calavar will close the door. You hear a little bit of rummaging, and you see him come out with his little moose head floaty and his swim trunks with the spa token going, "Follow me."
This is wild. I kind of love it. I look at Near. Is far gone? Like, has Shadow you gone, or is he still there?
It's far gone.
It's far gone.
He takes psychic damage from that joke to the extent that he pops out of existence.
Oh, are you coming to the spa?
Yeah, I missed it the first time. I shan't miss it a second one.
To the salon! And Calavar just starts marching towards the spa.
You have found Calavar in his element as he heads towards the spa.
I'll see you in the morning then.
I'm sure you're going to go rest.
Good morning!
Do they let the bees come in the spa? Do the bees have to stay outside?
As long as, I'll say with this, the way this works, pretty much Calavar has full access, so as long as he opens the door and nobody sees you, they're not going to say anything. While the three of you head into the spa, Jinjak, what are you doing for the rest of the evening?
Oh, well, I have a lot of work to do. I'll go see if I can. I'll go to the front desk and ask if I can procure some paper.
Okay. You find one of the goblins sitting in the back of the front desks. Sir, what can I help you with?
Oh, you wouldn't happen to have any paper lying around that I could purchase, do you?
Oh, paper? Of course. It's nothing. No worries whatsoever. We'll put it on the tab.
I think I have some ink ready. And
We'll grab you a couple sheets of parchment.
I'll go wash up in my room in a basin, peasant style. And then I'll sit down and I'll start writing. Oh no, I forgot there's one other step to do as well. I'm going to transcribe two things. One, transcribe like a brief version of the route.
Okay.
And this is a gift for Avarice later on. And then I'm going to go down to the kitchen and I'm going to see if they mind me puttering around in there.
Okay.
And I'm looking for marzipan and any dried nuts or any kind of thing. And I'm going to see if I can make some bonbons.
Okay. Give me your normal cooking skill. So that'd be your survival.
I'm going to ask for the blessing of the goddess to help me out.
Okay. And I'll say, because this kitchen usually has everything, roll it with advantage.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course. Why wouldn't we let you make bonbons? Like, that just sounds fantastic.
Oh. 1d4. Sorry, my keyboard is being weird.
You're fine.
D4.
Just as a reminder for everybody, if for some reason Foundry starts acting up, make sure that you just have your D&D Beyond account open so that you can catch up.
That's a 24?
Absolutely. You find everything you need and more. These are exquisite, over-the-top bonbons.
All right, I make a set of marzipan bonbons. Okay. And let's see, green, of course, because that's the color of Avarice. And then and I'll take, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll make 8. Okay. And I'll see if I can carefully wrap them up.
Yeah, and you have hands, like you have helpers in the kitchen that were more than happy to help you.
All right, and then I'll just leave a note with regards from Jinjak, and I'll go find Olivier,
Okay.
and then I'll say after we leave, if you could drop these off with Lady Avarice, I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, you find Olivier in his room. Seems to have been meditating, and you
I
drop those.
apologize for disturbing him.
Yeah. He says he's speaking with her later. He'll drop those. He will bring those to her. So,
All right.
and you gave him both the marzipan, the bonbons, and the mini root, or that's not done yet.
I'm assuming the mini route will take longer to do.
Okay, got it. That's
So
what I had figured, but I wanted to know like how much you were jotting
Oh, the
down.
bonbons are made of marzipan, by the way.
Yes.
But I'm saving some bonbons for the group.
Okay, cool. Excellent. While this is all happening, on your way back to your room, Jinjak, you get a individual. One of the goblins runs up to you with a letter in his hand. Says, I was told that the Northern Attitudes were supposed to be taken. I was supposed to give this to them. You're one of them, so I'm giving this to you. And he hands you the letter and then turns around and runs away.
All right, I'll open it.
It is a letter from the sheriff of Brinchander. It says, with the disappearance, or rather the absence of the Speaker of Goodmead, on the choice on a requirement to place this as one of the final strongholds, a speaker must be placed. We are asking the Northern Attitudes, before they head to Kelvin's Cairn, to take a small trip south to Goodmead to inform the new speaker either of their presence to be arriving here at Brinchander to claim the title, or that a speaker is placed within Goodmead so that when arrangements are requested, they are followed. And it is signed by both the sheriff and the council. Well, specifically, it is signed by Devessashane, who is the lead councilman.
Oh, here we go. Best laid plans of mice and men get trashed to crap by politicians. All right. This is something for the morning. They're enjoying their spa. I'm not going to tell them this now. Oh, I can give them the bonbons, though. All right, I head to the spa.
All right.
Head to the spa and, well, okay.
As you open the door, you get that burst of heat and mist come out. The three of you already in the spa. What are the three of you doing in the spa? Is there a specific thing you are three doing while Jinjak walks in? Give you your moment here in the spa.
I'm fairly certain that I'm half submerged in water while using my extremely high dexterity to be balancing hot stone massage stones, like on my exposed, not submerged parts, and just I'm groaning pretty aggressively as a result. I don't take very good care of myself outside of battle.
Okay. Melia, this is the first time you've probably been in a spa.
Melia doesn't really like hot spaces. Because Melia's used to the cold. Is there like a plunge pool in here that's like really ice cold?
Ooh.
Like when you go from hot to cold, like a sports thing?
Right, yeah. Roll me a perception.
17?
I would say you could probably find something similar, but sadly, the point of this place is to keep everybody warm. So
Okay. I think I don't know what's going on with the hot stones, because this man is now groaning, being in water, and that Melia doesn't know what to do with that. I think the bees go and find like if there's like a nice plant, or if there's like some tropical flowers in here that
there
would
are
thrive.
there are
They
flowers
probably
everywhere. There are plants everywhere.
just
Yeah.
They spread.
Not
And you
to
just
mention,
see like Candyman, so many. You're like, yeah, there are some bees here, right? And it's fine. And then Melia takes their scarf / hide off. Literally thousands upon thousands of bees like crawl and start moving as a swarm towards these flowers, and it kind of looks like one of the plagues of Egypt for a second, and then they settle, and it's a nice flower time. And then Melia, I guess, will just like undress a little bit. I guess shirt off, but trousers still on. Just dunk his feet in the warm water because they hurt a bit, and is just like a dad keeping an eye on kids at the pool, just vibing at the
just
side
vibing. And even the bees are kind of doing these like little hover movements. Like they're slower than they normally are because everything is just so warm in here. And of course, what is our bougie halfling doing?
At this point, he left his little loot back in the room, so he's just chilling in his little inner tube. He's probably made a couple of magical modifications. He has like a mimosa in like each like cup holder of it, and just relaxing this time, knowing that there's no bear near this time.
Yep.
He's like, I can just chill here and do nothing.
And Jinjak walks in, and this is what you see, Jinjak. You see a lounged out Kelevar. This the Dragonborn just kind of dipping their toes in the water, and then Near making some very strange noises while balancing hot stones.
Yeah, Melia is at the opposite end of this pool to Deer because that's uncomfy.
Noted.
You're muted, Jet.
Oh, he isn't muted, or he's still
He's
muted.
Still is.
Muted.
Somebody cast silence on him.
Yep, I see that. Yeah, you're still. There we go.
I make some bonbons. Would anyone like one?
I am immediately standing next to you. All the hot stones are balanced on me.
Oh, by you, I mean you, Near. I didn't make any for Far. And I have a little paper wrapped bonbon and I give it to him.
Thank you so much. It's actually a little too hot in here. And like as fast as I was out of the water, I'm back in the water again using my rare per day uses of Shadar Kai teleportation magic to have gone to you, then back to where I was previously.
Oh my goodness! So you really,
you know, a few months ago that would have really, I would have found that disturbing. But hanging around with all you magical creatures for as long as I have, and seeing all the transformations that Erwin has gone through, even a white dragon covered with bees, would you like a bonbon? Isn't really going to throw me off that much.
Hey, the bees, I think I'm sat in the water and I go, oh, thank you. And I cast Mage Hand. But Swarmkeeper Mage Hand is just the swarm. So just bees in the shape of a hand come and like take the bonbon from you. And I go, thank you very much. And you see they eat it. They consume the bonbon.
Well, it's it's a gift for you, and you can do whatever you want with it.
Oh, it was delicious. Thank you. I loved it.
You do taste it.
Well, I have a bond with them, and then they tell me it's tasty. And now
good,
the next
good,
honey
good.
they make will have like a nutty.
Kelevar, I'm not waiting out in there to give this to you. So if you want it, and I put it down on the deck.
Not going to argue with that at all. I'll float back around eventually.
like the lazy river just coming slowly back around.
I was gonna wait till morning to tell y'all, but I reckon, now's as good a time as any. It looks like there's a request from the council and the sheriff for us to take a little brief trip to Meade in the south and inform them that they need a speaker, or to send a speaker up here. I guess the regular speaker for Meade got eaten by the Shardland or something. I don't know, but it should be pretty.
Sorry, does Melia know what happened to the last speaker?
Roll me a history check.
Yes, my specialty. A solid 2.
No, because you arrived after the speaker had already died.
Okay.
So when you arrived, there was Goodmead was considered without a speaker, which means that the control goes to Brinchander until a speaker is given.
Anyhow, should be a quick trip. I reckon we'll take the dog sled there and then head out. Get it done and then head to Kelvin's cairn right afterwards. If everyone's on board with that, yeah? All right.
Also, a mimosa. Sounds like a plan.
All right, I'll see you in the morning. May the goddess watch over you and keep you safe overnight so you don't die in your sleep. And I leave.
A bit of a less excited version of Jinjak you're seeing at the moment. It seems maybe the spa is not his forte.
I'm uncomfortable in the spa. It's too luxurious. I can't deal with it.
Although I will say it will remind you very similar to the humidity that you would have experienced in Pop Spring.
That's true.
Down in Vellum. So
yeah, it's not covered with marble and with little goblin servitors. It's just kind of...
No, that's not any of that. No, absolutely.
I feel guilty every moment I'm in here.
He's got to run back to the temple and tithe again. Put his coins in. But no, for the rest of the evening, the night is yours. Do you have anything you'd like to talk about? Anything that you want to converse between the four of you? But I believe that Jinjak is going to head back to his room and bed down for the evening. The other three of you are left in the spa. You have a few minutes of time to speak between the three of you. Or we can move on. Your choice.
I think ultimately Kelevar's just going to keep lounging there. That's this whole lazy river probably at least another 3 or 4 times, doze off once or twice, order more mimosas because this might be the last time he has this kind of luxury.
Similar to a last meal type feel.
Hey, have you guys talked to the massage therapist they have here? They're really great. There's a giant woman, she'll crack you like a glow stick.
What's a glow stick?
Oh no, but I was cracked like one.
Must be one of those expressions that a translation gets lost. Well, in translation, yeah.
You guys are really weird.
Thanks.
We're worldly, I guess is the best way to describe us. Wait, none of the three of us, and I don't mean to not have you be include, new fellow, but none of the three of us are from Icewind Dale originally. What about you?
I'm from Goodmead.
Born and raised, huh?
Yes, well, raised. And then I had to leave. Silence.
Okay.
Apparently we're not going any further than that.
And I look at Kelevar, who's drifting by slowly as I'm considering potentially some scorch marks from the preceding hours of the evening, and I consider some of my own wounds, which I swear it's the craziest thing in the world, are going to be totally gone by the time I wake up in the morning. But with consideration of that fight, I kind of look to the group and say, does anybody else find it strange that fire seemingly born of fallen pieces of the Chardalyn didn't leave anything behind? And I briefly take a moment to catch Melial up on the remainder of the details of the fight, having been briefly mentioned by Jinjak. It's all of a sudden from what people had said prior to our arrival, it seemed as though pieces of Chardalyn had stricken the ground and then these living flames rose up. But when the fight was over, there was nothing left over besides the destruction they wrought to suggest that it had happened at all. We don't know much about the Chardalyn yet, but what the hell is going on there? And how have we not seen more of these strange flame beings throughout the lands in the wake of the dragon itself?
Can I I do some sort of survival after being in the mountain region near sort of Dwergar areas? As if I've seen anything like the fire that Nier is describing right now.
Sure, you can give me a survival for that.
Okay. Oh, good. A natural one for an 11.
This specific stuff, the conversation you're having seems more strange than normal. The only thing I could say with even that low of a record is that you've not noticed these creatures, but you have noticed that when Chardalyn is around, or when you have sensed Chardalyn, or been close to it, animals do not react to it well as well.
Yeah. I am not a man of arcane or science, I guess, as the Brotherhood would describe. But all I know is the natural world does not respond well to whatever the bag of bad stuff is. If that is what this dragon is made of, then it is an aberration to nature. Myself being descended from a white dragon, which is not necessarily have the best reputation. But I think even the ancient dragons would be wary of something that would disrupt the natural order like this.
I'm in no personal position of judgment. My own people have a stigma attached to them simply as a means of our derivation from the Shadowfell, but your judgment, being as good as anybody else's, knowing what you do from the story you just expressed, metagaming that a natural one probably implied a couple of maybe falsehoods or misrememberings. Every other encounter we've had with something akin to the Chardalyn has just left something behind, and I'm fearful that we left something dangerous out in the streets for someone to stumble across.
Maybe something invisible? Or, I'm pretty stealthy myself, but I've seen people be stealthier, and I think maybe the Dwergar have the ability to hide in shadows like your people do.
Something to ruminate upon. And this whole time, by the way, I've been doing like Tai Chi, or Faerunian equivalent of Tai Chi, still balancing hot stones.
Still balancing hot stones. So, yeah. I'll say, as you kind of go to this like reminiscence moment, we're going to have you roll me an acrobatics, see how well this has been going on.
Meanwhile, Kelevar just kind of floats by and just kind of goes, "What can I say except it's magic?" And just kind of slips off of his floaty into the water. Mimosa's still above.
Priorities.
That's a solid deck save.
What do we get?
I got a 23 for acrobatics.
Absolutely, yeah. No, you have been doing this what seems to be your entire life. Not only are you balancing these stones, as you switch positions, these stones kind of hop up, and then you're caught again at the exact same, lined perfectly. You have showing almost to the point of entertainment purposes how well you can do this.
Can I try and like balance another stone, like when you make those stone towers on the beach, like perfectly? Can I try and add to his back like a buckaroo game?
Give me a sleight of hand.
Yes, make a Karen out of me.
18.
It's not perfect, but it is on there, and it's not falling. And you, the three of you, reminisce and chat. The one thing I will say that you bring up, I don't know, Kelevar, if you heard it while you're floating by the waters, but Melia mentioned that they are a descendant of a white dragon, which you have met in a very dangerous way, but you did meet it here in Icewind Dale, as it was the thing that ripped through the sky ship that made you fall.
I mean, what would you like me to roll for memory?
Roll me a history check, and I will say, because it is actually something in your memory, that you can roll it with advantage.
Okay.
But we'll see how inebriated you are to see if you actually remember this.
I mean, that's a 25.
Yeah, no, you fully remember. This is the This is the blind white dragon that ripped through the flying ship when you were broken out of Last Revel.
Good, because if it's a full-on 25, remembering every detail, trauma flashbacks right there, full-on panic, trying to crawl out of his floaty moose inner tube and off and out of the water and just panting, going, "Oh dear God, no."
As I'm putting another rock on top of like Nir's elbow.
Another elbow rock.
I tell him like, "Oh, are you okay?"
No.
Oh, what is
No
wrong?
elaboration, just repeating.
continue to
No,
say
no.
Some of the bees fly back to me, and I go and like crisscross applesauce next to Calavar if he's like on the side of the pool. Like, look, you seem like you're going through something, and I don't know you very well, but talking about it's usually pretty good. I talk to the bees about problems a lot, and they are good listeners and sometimes good responders.
Can't say I ever considered bee therapy before.
They're very good. And they start sort of like making a dome around us, giving like a nice white noise ambience to wherever we're sat in the sparse, like zzz, like a nice bass. It's like,
I mean, look, I am surprised I've stayed in Icewind Dale as long as I fucking have, okay? Like, I made a prison break, I don't know how long ago anymore. I could have just started heading south. I really could have. But no, I felt like I had to stay behind, try to help. And now I'm kind of useless overall.
hey,
Don't
what
forget,
makes
you're
you
not
think?
useless. You just hear in the mind.
Like, trust me, like, very first time I met Benji, I was being chased. I saw them earlier tonight, I got chased. Okay? I don't know if I'm a snack or a snack, and it's a little frustrating, okay? And just, what do I do? I sing songs, I try to, I don't try to be silly, I don't try to be funny, I just try to have a good time, and I'm not good at roughing it. And this is nothing but roughing it. There is no safe word for this kind of rough.
Melia will put a big clawed hand around you, because you're a halfling, right? So you're like, it would be kind of embraced around your shoulders, and goes, from what I've seen, I think you underestimate how much whimsy and silliness, as you call it, can benefit people. In times such as these, those of industry and science and magic say, oh, yeah, force begets force. We must learn as much as we can. We must hoard our resources. We must attack before we can defend. And in my experience, violence only breeds more violence. Anyone who can spread information and bring cheer to those who most need it is a very valuable asset indeed. And I doubt, even though I personally didn't like your music, you still played it very well. And I imagine when we go and reinforce some of these places, there will be people there who need some cheer, because Icewind Dale is nothing without its people. We are a hardy bunch, yes. And I feel hardy people sometimes need some softness in their lives in order to explore new things. And in the nicest way, you seem like a soft boy.
I mean, I'm from Neverwinter. I am as soft as it gets.
Oh, wow. So you really said I'm going to come to Icewind Dale, to the polar opposite of where I'm from. That's crazy, actually.
It was not part of my plan. I got framed, and then I got sent to jail up here, and I got a prison break. I got lucky and got out.
I
Icewind
think
Dale is not my first choice for a vacation, forced or otherwise.
I'm from here. Wouldn't recommend as a travel destination. But I think you seem, if you are feeling bad about letting people down in times such as these, then I think you are the kind of person we need around rather than someone blustering through and not taking any regard for how their actions affect other people. I feel you have some empathy in you that could definitely benefit people in hard times.
I'm going to have to think on that for a bit, because right now, I've kind of lost count of how many mimosas I've had. So.
And actually, in the meanwhile, while you ruminate, do you want some of my good shit? And he brings out, like, the bottle of mead. He's like, hey, it's a good time.
Not even going to shoot that down. Dips his used glass of a mimosa, kind of rinse it out in the springs, and just kind of goes, fill it up.
I don't know if he has to make a constitution saving throw because it is quite strong, but he's already drunk, right? So it's fine.
Yeah, no, we're going to say this is the last drink that pretty much he has for the evening. As you all reminisce, Kelevar getting kind of a pep talk by Melia, and the idea that song and dance and cheer is just as helpful in a time of war as somebody who has a sword or large amounts of magic.
Real quick, DM, do I have the little puck to summon the food goblin?
You do at all, unless you left it back in your room.
I'd say I would have kept like the ones I needed for the spa and the goblin. So I'll just probably, after downing that drink, just kind of summon the food goblin and go, I need something like greasy and heavy, because I'm going to feel this in the morning. Do you guys know what tacos are?
You wait, and the goblin comes up and he goes, you mean bread, meat, cheese, vegetables?
Yeah. The heavier, the greasier, the better. Yeah. Just have those sent to my room. I'll get there eventually.
Right. We will send up bread, cheese, meat, vegetables.
Yeah.
As you all finish the evening, Jinjak finalizing his requirements, writing down some points or transcribing some of the route for a friend, and the rest of you doing what you need to finalize your evening. Kelevar coming back to his room, seeing piles of literal slices of bread with meat and cheese and vegetables on top. That, I guess, in this case, could be rolled in half and turned into somewhat of a Icewind Dale taco. But that is the evening as you all bed down, get a good night's rest, and wake up in the morning on your journey to Goodmead. And that's where we're going to take our break. So as we come back, we're going to flash forward on the sled off to Goodmead and arriving there as we find out what is going on in the town of Goodmead. We'll see you guys in just 10 minutes. So, see you soon. And we're back. Real quick, we want to make sure that you know what's going on coming up here in the near future. And Sam's going to give you kind of an update on what's happening at some of the conventions coming up.
Absolutely. It is possible we might have some activity going on at San Diego Comic-Con at the tail end of July. That's exceptionally tentative, so don't keep your hopes up too hard. But one thing that you can be relatively certain of is that you will see most of the Misfits at Gen Con in Indianapolis in the first weekend of August. We have the exciting potential conclusion to Season 2 of Dress to Quest by way of a battle with the Chardalyn Dragon just over James's right shoulder, assuming he can safely have it travel to Indianapolis. Yeah, the right shoulder, buddy. You got this. And episodes between now and then will shape events about how that battle will go, knowing full well that it's happening no matter how well prepared we are. And the other live play that you can be reasonably certain you'll see is for our Dress to Quest World of Darkness series, which, as you may remember, melds Werewolf the Apocalypse, starring James and Alex, who are at present, and Vampire the Masquerade, in an exciting scenario based out of Beaverton's 24-hour IHOP. More details on that later. Back to you, James.
Awesome. Yeah, we're excited to be there at Gen Con this year, along with potentially other conventions coming up later. We'll talk about everything else at the end of the episode. Let's get back to the story. All right. So, Northern Attitudes and our wonderful Melia, we're going to be heading over to the town of Meade, a small town just to the south of the capital city of Bryn Shander. And the first thing that you guys all hear is, of course, the strange sound of buzzing. As you enter into what seems to be a rundown, beaten up town that seems to have had a couple different skirmishes along the way.
See Melia, as you enter, Melia like puts the hood of their cowl up. It's just like,
Before we get into it, I'm thinking maybe I should say a few words.
Okay.
If no one minds.
Would you stop? Would you stop before you get there, or would you do this on your once you have arrived?
Surely there's a calm part of the journey.
Yeah, just all that matters is that I can talk for 10 minutes and people can pay attention. If they're not paying attention, they get butt kiss. But
okay. So I would say it would probably take you actually time. You'd have to either stop and take a break, let the dogs kind of do their breather, or you would have to do it outside the
Or
town.
if we're shot for time, we can just assume I did it, and I'll just tell you what the bonuses are.
I mean, we're never short for time for a good story. That's for sure.
All right. First thing first, I'm going to cast Walk on Water, ritual cast on everyone.
Okay.
In case there's snow, so you can walk on snow. Next
There's
thing,
snow.
put an aid spell, and I'm only doing it 3rd level. This one, so it's only. Actually, no, I'll do it at regular level. So an extra 5 temporary hit points to the 3 of you. Each one of you get an extra 5, and then I tell a story, and you'll get another 10 temporary hit points. Long time ago, on the Titherian Peninsula, near the ghost-haunted city-state of Velen, there was a fairy named Lavender Teapot, who lived in a farmhouse with a family of halfling farmers. In return for saucers of milk and thimbles of honey, Lavender kept the farmhouse spotlessly clean and free of vermin. Lavender was a shy little fairy, so the halflings never saw their little helper. They just made sure the milk and honey kept flowing. One day, Lavender was playing tag with the family cat, Mistress Boots, when they spotted a pair of beady eyes peering through the windows from outside. Lavender, a typical house fairy, was neat as a pin and very, very clean. The fairy staring through the window was not. The fairy adjusted its sort of nasty, filthy hat and mouth through the window. Help. So I speak for 10 minutes, and then I finish up. I go blah, 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 blah. And then I finish up. So now the halfling farm had 2 house fairies. Lavender adjusted Scratch's new clothes and gave them a friendly pat on the shoulder. All right, Scratch, you take care of the kitchen. I'll do the rest of the house. Kindness to strangers is its own reward. Plus, 2 house fairies are better than 1. May the blessings of the goddess descend upon you all. And each of us gets 10 temp hit points. Each of you get 15, but I get 10.
Each of you get 15, and I get 10.
You see a tear fall from Melia's eye as you finish the beautiful story of the house fairies.
And I close the route.
And you close the
Excalibur, I have ample opportunity to peek over my shoulder.
Yeah, I was going to say, you didn't get a chance. One day.
Oh, wait, you can't peek over my shoulder. It's too short. So, sorry.
No, you're fine. All right. As you guys arrive and you say your sermon and you bless your friends and yourselves and you prepare yourselves as you enter into the town. First thing, like I said, you notice is a quiet town. The only thing you can hear is the sound of buzzing of bees.
Bees.
Mel, is this normal?
I look at Melia.
Melia's like hunched under a hood, just like trying to look small, even though they're 6'6". Just like it's definitely more run down than last time I was here, but that just could be due to current events.
What's this all about? Why are you hunching?
I'm not hunching. You're asking silly questions.
You don't look comfortable.
I'm so comfortable right now. I don't know what you mean.
Okay, good. Then maybe you'll take point and lead us to where the town center is. Or where would the speaker be found?
I'm assuming Good Meade has like a town hall or central structure where people would usually gather that I'd know about.
So funny enough, the main location where most people would gather would be the meat hall. However, the place that you would be looking for would be the speaker's home, or you would be looking for the Shrine of the Flaming Sword, which is the temple here.
Well, we have the temple, we have the meat hall, and we have the speaker's house. Which one?
Where would
Presumably, the speaker's house is empty at present, so it's more of a binary choice.
the most number of people be gathered at this time of day?
I think probably the Meade Hall would be the good shout, unless they're feeling especially nihilistic. Then probably the temple for good vibes.
Oh, well, I'll defer to you then. Why don't you just point your nose and we'll follow your tail?
The bees. You see some sort of bees float out as if to say bzzz, and they like make an arrow to point in the direction that they're gonna go, so you can follow the bees.
So you can follow the bees.
I am the Lorax. I speak to the bees.
You are the Lorax. You speak for the bees. Got it. With that, you head down the main thoroughfare down the street, heading towards what would be considered the dock line. To the right, we would see the large mead hall, and immediately as you get closer and closer, you can hear that buzzing. What I really need you all to do is, as you hear that buzzing, I need each of you to roll me dexterity saves.
Oh, come on.
DC is 15.
Can I have advantage because I like bees?
It's a 17 for Jinjat.
Okay.
24.
What'd you get, Sam? 10? Okay. So as you do, you hear zzz, and you notice out of like the corner of your eye, specifically Melia, you notice these are deep blue dark bees. And it one completely like a killer bee who's found a target just shoots at you. Both of you get stung for 4 points of poison. And you let out a squeal as that hurts. The other two.
The bees. They're not right. These bees are bad.
The other two, you seem to be at least somewhat away from the buzzing.
So you're saying these are some of those rare stinging bees, not like yours.
No, mine definitely sting, but I look at the darker color. Like these bees don't look right. These
No.
bees look dodgy. Yeah, these bees are darker color than mine, and also they do not usually behave like this in town.
Yeah, and you can see
who is
not only
that
that,
cat?
they're like this. Yeah. Like they're not this. They're like this.
They're very chunky.
Quick! Who is the bad of tainted Charlatan?
Sorry?
Is that you, Jack? Do you have the bag of mishandled Charlatan?
Oh, I do, yes.
I'll back you up, and I draw my weapon, and I'm just standing near you. What happens if you lift that up at present? I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, you want to see if they'll chase it?
A little bit.
All right, I'll toss the bag.
Yeah. So as you do, you see from multiple locations as they kind of just zoom over it, and they're hovering now. And these bees are large, like marble-sized bees. Deep blue, dark, and black stripes.
My goodness, it's the second largest set of bees I've ever seen. And then I paused for a moment and said, where have I seen bees larger than that? And I'm momentarily lost in thought, and then I can't recall.
I think Far will pop up and try to grab the bag to bring it back over to Jinjak while I stay deliberately there to protect Jinjak directly.
Okay. As soon as Far even gets near it, they're going to swarm.
Don't.
Well, they gotta catch him.
Okay, roll, because there's now a swarm of them. Roll me a dexterity save with disadvantage and roll me 3 of those.
You have to understand, I have a +5.
No, you're fine.
So the lowest is a 14.
Okay, when did you get that? At the beginning or the end?
It was the 3rd.
Okay, So you would have grabbed it, kind of moved a little bit, and then popped.
Understood. Okay. I get the notion we can best this threat, but brains of the group, as Mal identified, I unfortunately think these are Chardolin tainted.
You start to see,
Now, will
though,
we
the
be
bees circling around this, and they're trying to pick up. They're building enough bees as more are coming to pick it up and move it.
Amelia, do you know of any way to purify the bees? Or I'm just asking because I have a means of killing them, but I don't know if it's all right.
Melia doesn't know if their magic would work on these bees from the stories of Chardolin or whatever this horrible bag of bad stuff is. I could, you know what? I'm gonna try and cast Lesser Restoration on the bees and see if that does anything.
Okay. On one that's closer to you or one that's near the Chardolin bag?
They all look similar, right? They
Yeah,
all look
yeah. They're all
bad.
big and pumped up
I
and
think-
nasty looking.
We'll go with one that's not near the bag, because then
Okay.
if that doesn't work, though, near the bag's definitely not going to work.
Okay. You cast Lesser Restoration.
Yes.
You see the bee kind of almost like goes into a daze and lulls, but doesn't seem to reduce in size or color change.
Okay, now I want to cast Speak with Animals on the bee.
Okay.
Now it's calmed down. And I speak bee. Of course I do. No, yeah, so you hear like, that's the noise you hear. But Melly goes, so now Melly's voice changes. Friend, why do you behave in such a way?
What do you mean?
You seem perturbed. Why do you wish to grab the bag of what seems to be bad material? My swarm doesn't like it.
Protect the queen. Protect the hive.
The queen is in the bag?
Protect the queen. Protect the hive.
Okay. Melia sees this is where this is going, and snaps out of it, goes, they think their queen is in the bag. Maybe they have formed some sort of imprint or attachment to the Chardolin, meaning they wish to protect it and carry it to wherever they need to go. Or they want to carry it to protect the queen wherever she is. Maybe we should just let them take the bag and then follow.
All right.
We can keep up with them.
I'll hold off on killing them then.
If you kill the bees, I kill you. How's that?
What? That is why I asked you if it was all right to kill them.
I know, and I'm just establishing my boundary that if you hurt the bees, I hurt you.
Well, if the bees are stinging me to death, I'm going to kill them.
Not if they kill you first, my friend.
I'm pretty sure, well, we can start waving around our proboscises as long as we want, but the fact is, I didn't want to kill them because I assumed they're sacred to you or this village.
Well, while this is happening, are they carrying the bag also?
Yeah, they're starting to carry the bag towards the meat hall.
Okay, we should follow.
Okay. While that's happening,
We follow.
you start to see. I'll say the rest of you need to roll me perception checks as you're following. Actually, all of you can roll me perception checks. DC
We have to
14.
roll perception? Okay.
17.
Oh, damn it.
Okay.
9.
23.
11.
Okay. Jin check and Near. Caliver, what'd you get?
11.
Did you say 7?
11.
Because you're muted, so I have no idea. Okay.
I think it's only muted for you, my friend.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said 11.
Oh. Oh, I wonder. Oh, he must have dropped out of the thing, so I wouldn't be able to hear him. All right. Yeah. So with that, if you got above a 14, you would notice people looking out from one of the neighboring buildings, kind of peering up over what was seen to be windows. Similar for the two of you specifically, that seemed very natural to the same thing you dealt with when you were in Kerkonig during the fight with the Goliaths.
They're hiding. Is what I'm thinking. All right then. Well, we're kind of busy following the bees, right?
Yeah. So if you head towards, if you're following the bees back to the mead hall, you notice the mead hall is boarded up. There's small breaks in the boards that seem to be where the bees are either sneaking out of. Looks like they've either burrowed themselves out or torn out of. But the boards and the door is boarded up from the outside. The windows are boarded up from the outside, and they're trying to pin whatever it is inside.
Can
Are they
I?
succeeding? Sorry.
I mean, there's bees out here, so not completely.
Because Jinjack and I both caught the attention of the people from the nearby building, kind of however far back we are, if I can make eye contact with the people who are peeking out,
Yep.
can I gesture at the mead hall and then flash like a thumbs up and a thumbs down and a okay, everybody, it seems as though whatever bad is occurring here has a base of operations in the mead hall at present. Maybe we go get additional information from people nearby. I don't know if anybody else saw, but it looks as though there are other persons in that building over there.
That sounds like a prudent course. I mean, we know where they are. I mean, they're trying to drag the bag of Chardonnay into the meat hall, I assume.
Yeah, they're trying to drag a bag of startling into the meat hall. So I'm gonna pop this up real quick so you guys can see the land, what we're looking at right now. We'll drop it over for the players to see as well, or for the audience to see as well. So where you guys are heading at, if you guys are coming down the main session here, you would be coming down this main thoroughway here, and then right here to this right is where the meat hall would be, and then to the front, right in front of you on the other side seems to be the chapel. And then Melia was telling you that to the other side is where the speaker's house would be down here.
And one of these other side houses is where the people.
This is the house you're currently seeing people in right here.
All right, I'll walk over to the door and knock on it.
An individual, a lady, kind of comes out. She seems to be shivering. She's got this long shawl wrapped around her. Or heavy shawl wrapped around her. She's, excuse me, what can we help you with?
Oh, I was actually going to offer to help you, good lady. We were sent down here from Bryn Shander, but we couldn't help but notice you're having a bit of a bee problem.
The bees have taken over the town, the mead hall, and they started stinging people, and people started to get extremely sick. My husband is of one of them. I've been treating him for days.
Do you happen to know what in the mead hall is attracting their attention?
We believe that the honey might have been turned or spoiled, and the bees are protecting it very, very aggressively.
Oh. Well, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. If we disposed of the honey, you think they'd settle down? Probably, yeah.
It's possible. The Mr. Shander told us to stay away from it, and he said that would be the best option for us to keep and wait for the capital to send enforcements. Are you them?
Oh, I believe so. Yes. I glance at Melia, and the glance is an invitation if he wants to speak up.
Melia's kind of absorbing the information because this is very weird and wrong. And at the mention of like honey being poisoned, you can see sort of switches and probably is ready to kill something, but holds it together. Looks at this woman and goes, "Who told you not to go into the mead hall? This Mr. Shander?"
Shander Froth. He's the current hold for the speaker before the decision is made.
And when did he tell you to do this?
Weeks ago.
And it's been like this for weeks?
Weeks. We sent for reinforcement. We've sent for help, but we do know that there are other things happening here in Icewind Dale. And we're a small town.
I look at the group. I look at the group and I'm like, do you hear of Goodmead needing any reinforcements? Did that message even get to Bryn Shander?
The only message we got was in response to the call to gather all the speakers, and they said that the speaker from this town hadn't come. Where is this Shander Vale right now?
Mr. Froth is on the outskirts of town. He's the owner of the logging company here, and he took charge once the sad event happened with our previous speaker.
What happened to the previous speaker?
Speaker Rieselbaro was killed by a Verbeeg marauding party that charged through here just about 3-4 months ago. He stood charge trying to protect the town, but they cut him down. His body is laying rest in the shrine of the flaming sword.
Well, I'm assuming Verbeegs are local to Icewind Dale.
They are.
Oh, I have no idea what the hell that is, but okay.
Do I know what that is? what the creature
think
that is?
a mixture between a Goliath and a ogre, so a much skinnier version of an ogre, but they have similar in intelligence.
Well, I think.
But they go in small parties rather than an ogre that goes solo.
My good lady, I think we should go and have a word with Mr. The speaker incumbent.
Mr. Froth.
Mr. Froth.
He's the current speaker. Yes.
Oh, I was not aware that Goodmead had an elected or had decided on a speaker. That is why we are here.
Well, he just kind of claimed the title. Didn't really.
Okay.
Well, if you want, we could do that, or I could just walk into that meat hall and take Honey out.
I think. Do you have a way to purify it if it is infested with something?
Well, I don't know for sure if it'll work, but I have a spell similar to the one you used. Hang on one second. Lesser Restoration does remove poison. And if that doesn't work, I have a lot of holy water on me.
Maybe we should take a cautious approach before we go and throw in holy water on the place. Also, I did lesser restoration on that bee back there. And has that bee gone back to being weird?
Not weird, but has definitely just kind of in a lulled state at this point.
It would knock them out, but
I was thinking of casting it on the honey, not the bees.
Oh, okay. Do you want to go through swarm of killer bees to get into the building?
I believe the goddess will protect me.
Okay.
But if someone comes with me, I can take up to. One moment, please. 3 other people with me.
I do believe that's all of us. Killabar, are you up for it?
Yeah, we should probably find out what the buzz is all about.
Hey.
You'll have 1 minute. So, rule number 1, do not attack anything. No matter what they do. If you get stung, keep going. If you get stung real bad, leave. But you can't fight. All right. Now, if we're forced into a situation where something big and nasty is going to try and rip our faces off, I suggest we retreat and regroup. All right. All right. Sanctuary is not a concentration spell, so
You're right.
I was just gonna throw it on myself. Although
Okay.
it's one action casting time and it's 60 seconds long. But hey, we get to go as a group. So bam.
So bam.
Pass.
So as he prepares the spell, I begin wrenching some boards off of the door. That way, once it's active and ready, we can go in.
Okay.
And it's my intention to spam bring Far about, so that every time he goes down and comes back, he's holding the door shut again as we're inside, so he doesn't become a problem, or so
Okay.
that the bees don't become a problem for the town while we're doing what we're doing.
Okay. Where exactly are you reaching these? Are you just going the front door? Are you going to try to go on kind of the side? If I take you
Is
to-
there a
Oh,
opening in the roof?
There is. If you want to try to get up on the roof and find out, you're welcome to.
I have a climbing speed of 40. I'd like
Right.
to climb.
All right. Give me a climb. Give me an athletics. Get it with advantage because you have climbing speed.
$19.
All right. So let me move you guys over here. So move you guys up here. While that's happening. All right. So you guys are climbing up onto this large. So you notice here there's this glow coming from this side, but it's cracked. This seems to be where a greenhouse is. You're just unsure how it's even lighting at the moment. So are you going through the greenhouse, or are you going through one of the boarded doors, or the roof itself?
Sorry, James. How do I drag on this map? I have not used this before.
So you got to click on your character, and you should be able to move it.
I cannot see my character right now, but
Your
you know what? I'll figure it out.
Your character's right here. So you might have to zoom out and then look. You're way down the bottom right
Alex
corner.
is not on the map.
Alex is
Oh,
right
there they
here.
are.
Ah, I see. I have it.
The map is big. Like,
oh, the map. Yeah, you weren't lying. The map truly is big. Okay, so I think if I could get the best place to get a view for inside would probably be through the greenhouse.
okay, so through here,
Yeah.
you try to get up on the. And it seems to be, you can tell it's a greenhouse just because you can see light coming from it. It's a very dim light, kind of through cracks and breaks within the glass, but the glass is almost like a mirrored light glass where it's only coming from inside.
Okay. You know, maybe we should just break the glass at this point. I look at the guys and I see what they're doing, and I'm like, should I just?
If you
Plus-
break the glass, the bees are undoubtedly going to be able to get out unimpeded.
Yes. Well, maybe through the front door we go then, honestly.
I thought the bees could already do that. Why are we on the
Bees.
door? Let's just go through the front door.
Okay, so you're going to break down the. All right, so we're going to break down the area in the front
Wait,
door.
there's nothing. This building's been sealed. Like they're all required. We have to break in.
Yeah, so you can tell that they're they've boarded up.
Oh, that's right. All right. Just tear down the boards and let's walk in.
Okay.
And again, Far is going to be ready and able to continuously hold the door shut again once we're inside.
Okay.
Because obviously some bees are getting out, but if it helps control the flow of too many getting out, he's going to suffer popping and reigniting every 6 seconds to help defend the town, I guess.
No worries. Yeah, so I'm going to move you guys up to here. Here. And then our wonderful guest. All right, so then that brings us to this one. That activates that. And everybody moves to the guest. There we go.
Mel, what's your plan if they begin to swarm sting you in earnest?
Run away. Honestly, if a swarm of bees starts coming after you and stings you, if we can't identify what the threat is inside the building, we will have to look elsewhere for answers. It's not. A swarm of killer bees is not something you want to mess with, especially if the honey has been poisoned. But if we can purify it or kill the source when we are in there, that would be ideal. But also, I don't like the sound of this assigned speaker who took the title for himself now is mysteriously absent around when this all started to happen. I'm not the smartest of Dragonborn, but even that seems a bit fishy to me.
All right.
Seems something suspect.
So you guys busted into this main area here.
Yeah.
I'll walk in and I'll go first just to see if the sanctuary is working against the bees.
Okay. Yeah. So the sanctuary is they're gonna try to hit you. That's what wisdom save,
Uh,
or is that disadvantage?
Wisdom save, I think.
wisdom saving throw. My DC is 14.
Okay. So wisdom save with advantage because they're swarms.
Oh,
Oh my god, there's so many.
That the first swarm doesn't touch you. Second swarm doesn't touch you. Third swarm does not touch you.
All
So
right.
yeah, you have 3 swarms of bees around you.
All right. I'll keep going. 1, 2. There's 2 exits for this room.
Yep.
1, 2, 3 right. 4, 5, 6 left. Damn it. Oh, there is a dice roller. It came back.
Yeah, I brought it back. It finally started working again.
All right. I'm going to take the left door. Damn it. I want to check out that big bee over there.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. Yeah.
I can't move. I'm dragging. Oh, okay. Finally.
Okay.
I'm just going to walk through this door.
Okay. In this, you can see a bunch of what seems to be rotten casks of honey. It's dripping to the ground. You can see it covering most of the floor itself. Even as you step in it, it just seems to be caked against the ground. Bees are everywhere in here. I have to roll another 4 or no 6. So that one misses. That one misses. That one misses. What was your DC?
14.
1 hits. That one misses. Okay. 2d6 plus 2. That's 8 points of piercing damage as a swarm breaks through and it's a bunch of different hits.
All right. Is there any sign of any shardlin, or is it just rotten honey?
It's just rotten honey.
All right. I look around. I might as well save my.
But you can see. But
I'm
give me
the only one here.
give me a perception check though, Jinjack.
Okay. 13.
So you notice that the honey coloration is off.
Right, it's polluted. But I don't see the means by which the honey was polluted.
No.
All right. And there's a door down here and another door there. All right, I'm gonna walk out.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing as you're here? As Jinjack is just trouncing through this area. You heard at one point a scream, probably.
I'll run in. I'll run in. I don't have sanctuary, but
Yes, you do. I put sanctuary.
Oh, I do. Why am I staying here? Yeah, I'm gonna run in. Come on.
That's why I said it's not a concentration spell. I put 1 on each of you.
I enter stealthily for sure.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me do my 3 attacks against Malia.
As long as you don't fight.
Oh, that one hit. And that one missed. That's going to be 7 points of piercing.
Ow, ow, ow. I'm gonna. If I saw Jinjak ran to the one on the
Yep.
left, I'm gonna run to the other one because conquer, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna run to here.
Yep. So as you walk in, you can see now these swarms of bees hovering over a large cask of honey that is just dripping against the ground, as said. But then in the back corner, there's a large honeycomb wrapped around what seems to be a giant husk. And you can see sitting in the corner there the biggest mother bee, bulked up, like bulged out version that you've ever seen. These dark blue stripes covering a large sting area, or what is it, thorax? So
Detect poison and disease. I cast it.
okay, what's the range?
30 feet. So I will get nearer.
Yeah. So you're gonna get nearer.
I still have speak with animals up, and I'm gonna cast detect poison. Yeah, I'm gonna get to within. Well, this honey seems like the problem, right? So I'm gonna get as close as I can without annoying everything in the room.
So those 4 are gonna buzz at you.
Yeah, I thought they might.
Miss, and miss. Okay. And that bee is slowly going to raise and look at you.
We do not mean harm, my queen, but this honey you're eating is not good for you. It's changing you.
You do not know what we have here. We are bees, and we will take over the world.
Oh, hey, I am all for bee freedom. I love it. Look at these guys. And I gesture to my bees and I go, but this isn't the way. We can work together to...
Puny bees you have. We are more than that. We will take back this place and rule it with an iron fist. Stinger.
You can have fists if you want. It's okay. Why? The people have always been very kind to you. We brought you here. Wait, take it back. We brought you here.
And now we will rule the world.
Why would you... never mind. I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on the honey.
Okay. As you cast Lesser Restoration on the honey, she goes for a complete dive, stinger outward. So first you're going to cast Restoration, and then she's going to sting outward.
Sanctuary's still up.
I know. I'm still rolling with disadvantage. Is that 2? Oh, it's a 2. Never mind. So no. So you watch as this thing hits what seems to be a beam of light around her, and then just kind of buzzes off. Angry. This bee is mad. But yeah, you start to purify, and you can see now that dark, blackish brown mixture of the golden honey that you're used to kind of start to burn away out of it, giving that nice that nice golden look again in that one spot that you've purified.
Can Calabar sneak in there?
You are welcome to try.
Wonderful.
Give me a stealth check.
How's a 16 work for me?
What's the perception for B?
I entered with a 19 stealth as well.
A 10. Yeah, these have 10 and 12. So yeah, you easily are able to sneak in at least to this point.
What point?
Through this first room. You'll
Okay.
have to roll again once you move to another room.
Because I want to be like right outside the door, crack it open, and then cast pyrotechnics to put in a lot of like smoke in there. If these are bees and they act like normal bees, smoke should chill them the fuck out.
All right.
So it's a con save of 13.
Okay, and I'll say they will be a disadvantage too because you didn't see it coming.
I have a momentary flashback when Kelevar casts pyrotechnics.
Gah!
And then I realize, oh, I'm not in the area of effect. No.
It's a con save. The first swarm saves. Wow. Second swarm saves. And the third swarm saves. Lowest was a 16.
Hardy bees.
It's a 20-foot radius from me, so I can cover a lot of ground.
Oh, I think it's that first room still though. Is all you're covering. Oh wait, no, you went up closer. Okay, so I got to do 4 more in the other room. Wow. 1. That one finally failed. 2. 3. Wow. So 2 of the 7, you start to see them kind of what would be the equivalency of stoned bees. They are just chilled out, kind of buzzing around, kind of lollying back away from the honey itself, just kind of. The rest of them are still in full alert. These 2 actually kind of like buzz over and stalk towards the queen, which actually the queen is up here now, so. But
You just hear me yell, the bees, they trying to take over the world, but still please don't attack them if you don't have to.
I don't respond because I'm successfully stealthing.
What are we doing? The bees are gonna start angrily attacking again.
Am I there yet?
Well, I'm over here.
You are right there next. Yeah, if you are right there by Kelevar and Near kind of like sneaking up behind you.
Oh, I'm not. I'm clanking around in plate mail. I'm not doing any damn sneaking. I look into where Ayla cleared a spot in the honey, and I see if there's something in there.
Are you gonna look in the cask of honey?
Yes.
Okay. As you do that, you look and you can see the cask itself. You don't seem to see anything floating inside it. Do you want to stick your hand in it?
Left hand. I look up at the bee queen and say, begging your pardon. And I shove my hand in.
As you jam your hand into this nasty this nasty cask right here, right by her. We'll say this is your turn while she's already swung at the 1, so she doesn't have the additional turn. However, give me an investigation as you're kind of sloshing through with your hand, trying to find.
Can I ask for a blessing?
Sure.
All right. Then I said, Goddess, please let me find whatever's in here. I've seen that she. Otherwise, we'll see, I guess. Oh, come on. That was a total with the blessing? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
You slush through here and you don't seem to find anything. Though, as you slosh and move, you watch as the bees turn towards you. And the 2 that were lulled are no longer lulled, and they're looking straight at you. And we are going to go into what would be considered initiative.
Oh, all right. We're going to initiative because I didn't consider that an attack.
No. But they considered it an attack because you are assaulting their honey.
Right. Well, I'm a 17.
All right. Where's
Oh, are we
Arowina?
rolling on here? My bad.
How did we get an Arowina? And an Oliver. Oh, wait. Hold on. End encounter. 1 second. Let me do this again. There we go. Those who have rolled already, what did you get?
21.
17.
Come
16.
Near got a 24.
Okay. Jinjack, you said 17.
Yup.
All right. And then we're going to. Let's roll this or this one. See where they're at. 12s. Okay, so they're going to go after everybody, and then the bee queen I will roll. Okay.
Queen bee, if you will.
Yep.
Insert that Nicolas Cage meme. The bees, the bees, the bees.
The bees. Somebody in chat called that out earlier. Shout out.
Thank you. James will give us advantage if you insert more bee puns into the chat. Please feel free to do so.
For every 5 people who quote a Nicolas Cage bees moment from, I believe that's Wicker Man, James will give his own bees bee advantage.
Bee advantage.
Mm-hmm. Bee advantage.
Be vigilant.
Behave.
No, you behave.
All right. Oh. All right.
Saucy.
Near, you're up. The bees have engaged.
Whatever rules is written or home-brewed way you want to administer this, my goal is to chop the stinger off the queen bee.
Okay. So that is going to be targeted.
Yep.
So it's going to be at a or we'll say it's at I'll increase the AC.
Yeah.
Excellent. There's a natural 20 hit.
Yes, a natural 20 hits.
Excellent. I have to double check. You never know. That is going to be 13 base damage on this first attack.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, sorry. 5 multiplied times 2 is 10, plus 8 is 18, and I'm gonna go ahead and drop a thunderous storm strike charge. It's only a 1 on the die, which makes for 2, but that makes for 20 damage on a come on stinger attack. And until the end of my next turn, she has disadvantage on her attacks, and I'll remind you. Don't worry.
Okay. Got it.
And is there still a stinger there?
There is not a stinger there at the moment. No. We will see what happens.
And I look over at Mal and I say, in an environment such as this one, she'll still be queen, and I make a similar attack towards one of her wings. And because of the Vex property of rapiers, that's going to be an advantage. So, the same die, natural 20 again.
Okay.
Okay. And that is a 7 makes 14 with the dice, plus 8 is 22 damage. Because I used another Storm Strike Doobabob, of which I only have, I believe, 1 more. I'll double check. So those are limited. Don't worry. So
Okay.
22.
22 more points.
And that's a mix of Force and Thunder damage, I believe.
Okay, so a total of 44 points so far?
42.
42. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awesome.
And I'm going to get up in her grill. I failed to do that with Nier previously, and I'm not going to end the encounter by doing a bunch of other fighter bullshit immediately, but I will stop in the vicinity, having established myself as a threat, and I would like to pop out far as well now.
Okay.
Don't have the icon, but...
Far out here. Okay, far is out.
Far out, dog.
Hey.
We'll call it... I could do so much more, but I'm going to end my turn there.
Okay. Awesome. That brings us to... where am I? Why is it not popping up? Not cool. That brings us to Kelvar.
Alrighty, gonna make my way about 10 feet into this other room, and for some reason, I can't move my guy.
Oh god, don't do that. Oh, I have everything selected at once. There you go.
Alrighty, and from there, I'm going to cast Pyrotechnics again. The area of smoke is heavily obscured. The smoke persists for 1 minute or until a strong wind disperses it.
All right. And that's how big?
20-foot radius.
Okay.
Starting from me.
Okay. Got it.
So, same method is to chill all the bees out.
Be chilling. Got it. All right.
And I will cast Hellish Rebuke upon myself in case anything tries to come at me.
Okay. Sounds good. They're gonna roll. They're gonna kind of chill. That was a fail on the one. Fail on the other.
Here we go. Now they
Fail. That was the queen. And holy shit, everybody failed. So the smoke is covered, and everything
just
is
to kind of top it off. Calabar would kind of go, I was going to my room until I got high. Ooh, I was gonna buzz the room, then I got high. La da 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 da.
Yep. And with that, you even hear the buzzing of the bees kind of hum at that same level. This very angry looking, now bleeding and half-winged mother queen bee, though, is not looking great. And it is whose turn? It is Jack's turn.
All right. So I'll touch a bead,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm blessing the honey.
Blessing the honey.
Yeah.
Okay. And what does that look like?
It looks like me reaching up and touching the necklace of Shantea and leaning down. I've still got an arm in my left arm's still in the tub of honey.
Uh-huh.
And I say, by the power of Shantea, I bless this and divest it and abjure any foulness in this nutritious
Okay.
honey.
Give me a religion check on this. Or Arcana.
Arcana? The fuck is that? No,
Okay.
religion.
Arcana, I barely know her.
Oh, come on, baby. 13?
With a 13 and the casting of the spell, you see whatever seems to be whatever was afflicting this honey. It's as if the goddess herself pushed the warmth of autumn through this honey, and as it does, the clearness of and the pureness of this honey continues to reveal itself. But sitting on the top of this is a small rock, kind of floating on the top of it.
Gotcha. Right. All right. I'm wearing gauntlets.
Yep.
Just making sure.
You're wearing gauntlets. Yep.
Now, can I grab it in the same turn? Grab the rock?
I will say you can grab the rock in the same turn. Yep.
All right. I said, I got it. I grab the rock.
Okay. You grab the rock.
And I leave. With the
Oh,
rock.
and you walk out.
Yep.
Okay. You walk out.
That's
Melia, you're up. You watch Jinjak grab this strange stone out of the honey and then just walk away.
Do the bees respond to that? Like, does anything happen to the bees when he gets further away with this, whatever this is?
If the bees weren't already high as a kite, I would say yes, but they can't. They're not focused on anything because they're smoked out at the moment.
I mean, the queen is injured. I don't want to injure the queen more. The bees are high as tits, so I think Melia's just gonna, follow Jack and signal to the others like, please don't hurt the bees anymore. Let's just get the fuck out of this building. And skedaddle? Yeah. Just move, I guess.
Oh, one thing. Do I spot my baggie?
Oh, the bag. The bag of bad stuff.
Oh, give me a perception
Were the
check.
cracks in the windows and what have you large enough for them to have even succeeded in getting that inside yet?
I
You
got
know
a
where
9.
you didn't see the bag, so with a 9, no, you wouldn't have seen the bag.
Oh,
You know what? Can I make a perception check for that? Because I would be on the lookout for that.
Sure.
I forgot about the bag. Please roll anything above a 10, a 12.
With a 12, you would notice that the bag seemed to have not made it in. You can't see it anywhere around you, but you seem to be remembering that this place was pretty sealed up. Like you were ripping boards off of this thing, and even on the roof, you didn't see really a gap to get in.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like go after. I guess I'll just dash. I'll go off. Unless that counts as my action, the perception, then I'll just move normally.
I'll say for that, yeah, because you'd be trying to really look for that bag. So I would say, yeah, it would just be your normal movement.
How much is 40? I can get to there. Oop, there we go. Yeah, I will chill. Are these bees also stoned? I think they are, aren't they?
Yeah, everything is. At least the ones that are in here all smoked out. These ones, you had 2 of them that are still actively moving around.
Yeah, if they hit me, they hit me. But I think, yeah, if we get out of dodge and just shut the door.
But if you
on
haven't struck anything, you still have sanctuary on too.
Yeah, I'm going. I'm not attacking the bees. How dare you? So then I guess it's the bees go.
Okay, so the bees' turn. It's the bees' knees are here, so they're going to try. The queen is going to see if she even walks out of a stupor. That's a natural 1. That she's not moving. She's also hurt. She's going to send the others. That's not moving. Oh my god. All right, fine. We're not. I guess the bees aren't doing anything tonight.
See, Kelevar, you are very powerful. If you ever want a job managing the hives, you've got one.
And then the 3 that are out there, we're going to do, because Melia got the closest away, or the farthest in, the 2 are going to try to attack Melia. That's a 2 natural ones. That was the first one, definitely failed. And that was a 4. Cool. Yeah, no, bees are smoked out and useless at this point. Giving you all the opportunity, unless, and I'll say for the rest of this turn, all the bees are kind of in a daze as you exit, unless one of you is not exiting. You make that choice. Near, I know you are right next to a very pissed off, stoned bee queen.
It has disadvantage for so many reasons. I'm not going to try to piss off the half dragon. 15.
Okay.
15. I'm absconding just like everybody else.
Okay, so you all abscond out of the building. Okay.
Yep.
I want to find that bag.
Okay, so
Yes,
you're going
I
to
was
look
gonna
around. It's going to take you some time, but you're going to look around the building and you find one of the bag is kind of laying in the snow just outside of what seems to be one of the cracks that the bees were trying to get it through, but for some reason the bag was too big. The crack for the bees was easy, but the bag itself was hard to was too big.
I open my hand and take a look. I'm assuming it's corrupted Chardolin.
It is corrupted Charlin, yes.
Then I know where it belongs. I open the bag and I
Place it in the bag of put it in the bag of bad stuff. Got it.
Steal the bag.
And seal it back and tie it back to your waist like you have been for the last 30 some episodes. And nothing wrong could happen about being that close to Chardolin. Who knows? But for the moment, all quiet returns to Good Meade as the bees kind of go back to after being at a stupor for how long does that last? The smoke?
Says for a minute.
So for a full minute, until it until it slowly starts to dissipate out cracks and doorways and things like that. But I will say, because it's indoors, it's also not going to have a breeze, so it's going to take a while for it to actually, you know, dissipate naturally.
Well
I'd
done,
say we probably
Bella.
would have busied ourselves reboarding the door too, and in the act of finding the bag, like where the bees had come from, if there's any spare wood, maybe putting up one more like ineffectual board here and there, just as a means of like trying to keep things bottled up until we know more.
Yep. So you guys bottle back up the bees pretty much.
I'm thinking that it's going to take a while for them to come to themselves, assuming that this is what the problem was. But is anyone hurt? Anyone need some healing? All right. What was the name of the, sorry, James, I should have written it down. What was the name of the councilman?
Shander Froth.
Shander Throth is a son of a bitch.
Yes.
Chinchek's gotten spicy over the years.
All right. I'm thinking we go have a word with him, yeah?
Yes, definitely only a word and nothing more. Brave cleric, yes, 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 yes.
All right.
So you head towards the logging camp of Shander Froth. You can see that he is meeting with 2 additional individuals through a window. A carriage is outside, and 4 armed guards stand out front.
Do you guys know where, who these people are, where this carriage is from? I'm not used to cities.
Is there an insignia on the carriage?
There is. Roll me. Yes, there is. Give me 1 second to give you that insignia. I was talking. There was a part of me that thought you guys were just going to slay the bees, but you didn't.
How dare you?
It is a flag. It has a ship. It is a teal flag with a ship on it.
Do I recognize it?
Give me a history check.
All right. 13?
You notice, you don't know where it's from, but you do notice that it's one of the flags that you saw within the War Council. So it is one of 10 towns.
Well, it's a 10 towns flag. Kelevar, you know anything? I hear bards, they know stuff.
Look, I'm from Neverwinter. I barely know the 10 towns as it is.
No, I'm thinking maybe they're from out of town, but I recognize it from the 10 Towns Council, so I guess it's local.
James,
Sure.
does the insignia look familiar with one of the cities that was represented, or was it a flag by an empty chair?
It was one of the cities that was represented.
Okay, and we have a pretty good sense of, Good Meade's insignia, Caerdinal, Caerkonig, Bryn Shander, and a handful of others. And Nier doesn't have negative intelligence. Nier's dump stat is charisma. He's bad at talking to people. So he looks at the insignia, and he was very scrutinous of that meeting, largely as a result of Jinjack's would-be boo being present because of his own fears of the Arcane Brotherhood. But I'm fairly certain, as a result of the means by which he usually conducted himself in cities, he probably would have clocked these insignias pretty closely. And above table, Sam knows these insignias pretty well. You said a ship, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A sailing ship.
Did we have a good read on the representative from Targos when we were at that council meeting?
Definitely had a good read on this representative of Targos.
And how do we feel about Targos, a la that person?
Targos was one of the few places that did not want to offer up help. This was one of the ones that was going against Arowena's requests as well.
And above table,
this
when
was
we
the
were
orc.
speaking to those individuals just a few, in game, maybe 10 minutes ago, the people inside the house who were speaking of everything that was going wrong in town, of their sick husband, When the new speaker stepped in, how long after they assumed position was it implied that things were going poorly at the Meade Hall?
That'd be a hard question to ask at this point. You wouldn't have known that too much.
Okay. Just with all that finally in mind, Nier speaks to all of you before we get anywhere within reasonable earshot of these individuals, not seeing what species they are. For all I know, they have the best ears in the world, but says to his companions here, everybody, I recommend we tread lightly as we approach. Targosians are possibly not the most helpful with reference to collaboration among the 10 towns at present.
Oh, you reckon we're going to get into a scrap?
Not a scrap per se, but we just might find persons more tending to be antagonistic, especially if we go in guns blazing against this new supposed speaker.
Oh, all right. Well, I glance over at Malia and I'm thinking, I won't be the one to initiate violence on the speaker, but if he talks crap, or if we sent a lie off of him, I mean, we're just going to ask him a question, really. Did you poison the bees? And did you kill the previous speaker?
They're having a meeting, correct, in this?
It seems to be 3 individuals having a meeting, yes.
All right.
I would like to...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I think this is... Yeah. I think I'll cast Bee Spawn on one of my bees. Bee Spawn lets me have a telepathic link with one beast I touch that's friendly to me.
Okay.
The spell no, it won't fail. They're my bees. Through the link, the beast can understand my messages. It can telepathically communicate simple emotions and concepts. And while the link is active, it gains advantage on attack. It probably won't attack anything. So yeah, I'd like to cast Bee Spawn, and I'd like to send Bernard, aka Bernard, my lead bee, up to the window. Well, if there's a crack or a keyhole, it's just a bee going through a keyhole. Who'd care, right?
Okay.
So, I'd like him to spy.
I'd like him to spy.
Bzz.
All right. So you send Bernard up there through the keyhole out the front door. You watch as one of them kind of swats by him. He goes through into the large open room where 3 individuals are sitting. What is Bernard trying to perceive?
I think of any mention of any sort of sabotaging of the town, any mention of now we found this rock that now Melia knows is corrupt Chardalin, and is part of the big bad dragon that's been flying around. I think listening for any mention of poisoning the honey or Chardalin or any ill will towards Goodmead.
Those three things that you're looking for, Bernard does not catch during these conversations.
Okay.
This seems to be a above table discussion on the betterment of Targos, Tourmaline, and Goodmead.
Okay. Bernard will come back.
Okay.
And I'm going to say to the group, Bernard didn't sense any bad vibes towards what is happening with the honey, but that doesn't necessarily mean... bees don't understand the politics of councils and war. So maybe we could just go and talk to them. I don't think assassinating them from a distance or up close right now should be the move.
Well, he's got 4 guards on the outside, and that's something to consider. But, I'm not much one for subterfuge, so I was just going to walk up. But if anyone else has a better idea.
We are duly the appointed representatives of the Council of 10 Towns, and
we got
potential that somebody in that building was at the meeting during which we established something resembling status with that group. I do believe that as long as we approach this situation politically, and I only really speak this well with all of you, then we might be able to find out more information before drawing any conclusions.
All right.
And let's just go and knock at the door.
You wouldn't happen to have a clean cantrip, would you? Anyone?
I can unlock doors with my sword.
No,
That
I'm
help?
just walking there with my honey-soaked arm.
Dripping.
It's good. Hey, if you're with me, they'll just be like, "Hey, honey and bees. It's fine. You'll be fine."
All right.
It's good mead. I think that's relatively common.
You'll be right.
I'll just walk up.
So you walk by the first. You're stopped, of course, at the gate towards to the house by two of the guards, and says, "Your business here."
I'm Jin Jack Wonderful. I'm on official business from the Bryn Shander Council.
Oh, of course. Do you have any papers stating so?
Yeah, I do.
You pull out. I'm sure you guys have papers of some sort, and you reveal those. You're not trying to hide anything, and you walk, and he kind of lets you inward. Another one is standing out at the doorway. I'm sorry, the Honorable Mr. Froth is currently in a conversation with two dignitaries from Bryn Shander. Can this wait until another time?
No.
This is in regard to safety of this town.
We've
Please
been
ask him for our indulgence and forgiveness, but we have seemed to have discovered what the problem was.
Oh. Roll me a persuasion check. And I'll give you with advantage because you're as a party.
I'll take some blessing too.
All right.
He's gonna let us in. I'm Jim Jack Wonderful. My tongue is honey.
Your hand is honey.
Arm is honey.
28.
Did you say a 28?
Yes, sir.
Now
down.
Apologies, Mr. Wonderful. Let me see exactly what Mr. Froth is doing and see if we can get you an audience immediately. And he will kindly step away.
Hero.
He'll kindly step away, walk in. A moment goes by. You can see it from the window that the two kind of give a nod to him and walk out the door as you guys are coming in. He says, "Oh, my apologies." As Mr. Maxwell Dinar from Targos walks by and he says, "Oh, the Northern Attitudes are here. Great. More destruction follows these fools." And he walks by. Another individual, a larger half-orc, you noticed him as Oris Mastew, the speaker of Tourmaline, also here, says, "Good evening." And he just nods and gives you, as they both walk into the carriage and head back towards the capital. Says, "Mr. Froth will see you now." And he escorts you into a large room where there's chairs sitting, and Shandar Froth is sitting there in what seems to be noble's robes, as he's got a pipe and he's kind of holding it against his lip. And he says, "So, you said this couldn't wait."
Oh, no. Nice to meet you, Mr. Froth.
It's a good day to meet you as well.
We've been sent from Bryn Shander to see about establishing who the new speaker would be, as the call to the council has gone out to all of the 10 towns and no one has come from here yet.
Well, of course, if you know about everything, you know that the Honorable Reelsborough passed away during a terrible Verbeeg maraud, and I took it on myself as a businessman and man of understanding of city politics to help this town. The people of Targos and other towns nearby thought it'd be a great opportunity for trade and commerce.
I have to ask, you'll forgive me, but did you have anything to do with the demise of the former speaker?
Oh, of course not. What would I have any reason to do that?
Insight?
Go for it.
And goddess, give me insight.
Calavar's going to chime in and go, so does that make you the new speaker for here then?
Not appointed, but once the election is finalized, I believe so. As nobody else is running.
When
Oh,
is-
so it's like
And
a
how
winning by
long until
default.
that?
It was placed on hold, with the whole dragon roaming the world thing.
Okay.
You're sure nobody else is running?
As far as I know. Nobody has spoke up here. Seems nobody wants it.
I'm trying to roll insight, but it's not letting me whenever I press normal. Okay, let me have it. I hit normal. Oh,
What?
okay.
Actually, I'll wait for Jim Jack. Oh, wait for Jim Jack.
What was that?
Oh, I'm gonna wait for Jin Jack to roll his insight, and then Melly is
Oh.
gonna say something.
It wouldn't let me add the D4. May I roll that and add it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. 13.
He seems above board. Nothing seems to be out of whack. He doesn't seem to be giving off any sort of nervousness or feeling of guilt.
I turn away from him and look at the other three people I'm with, and I go like that.
What were you doing when the honey was poisoned? Seems you had a situation in the Meade hole.
We did not know how to deal with it, as the bees were going insane. As that happened, we boarded up the Meade hall and decided at that point it was worth it to either let the bees die or we find ways to remove them from the Meade hall. Since nobody was going to go near the Meade hall with those bees being as aggressive as they were, we figured they would either eat to the point where they would have no other food and die within, or we would have to burn the place to the ground.
Did the other beekeepers not notice there was something wrong with the honey in the first place?
And the other
Jin Jack, show him the bag of bad stuff. The bag of bad stuff.
And what are you showing me that for?
How did no one notice that one of the bad stuff, I think, Jin Jack, what was it called? The bad stuff?
Corrupted Chardlin.
Corrupted Chardlin was in the honey.
Why would I know? I'm a logger. I don't work at the bee mill. Maybe go find Olivessa. She seems to be the owner of the beehive. If she's not around anymore, then I guess at this point it's null and void, correct?
How do you not know where the head beekeeper? What do you mean if she's around anymore?
We boarded it up when she no longer was around.
And you didn't think that the head beekeeper no longer being around in a town called Goodmead that makes things with honey and beehives was a problem?
Well, it's not that we didn't think there was a problem, but it was a less of a problem than the giant dragon that is streaking through the sky if you don't look up.
Well, this might just be a great opportunity for you to take over as head beekeeper here. And then we can take this guy back with us because he's the next closest thing to a speaker, right? That's why we came out here, right? Is to take the speaker back with us?
Seems
No.
Sure.
Our job is actually to inform them that either a speaker must go to Bryn Shandor or let Bryn Shandor know that there is a speaker here. As this is one of the towns that we will be reinforcing. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you were told that you needed to let the town know that this is one of the final fortifications that they needed to start to fortify, and that a speaker was required to be present in order for something like this to be a possibility. So a speaker needed to be appointed.
And you sent a message for help when people started getting hurt by killer bees 1?
We didn't send a message. We didn't
What?
have. As I said before, it was less on the to-do list. I understand you seem to have a affinity to these creatures, but for us, it was only a point at the time where they were worth something. At this point, it was null and void.
Interesting. You
I'm
mentioned that
just gonna
there's a.
step far off to the side in case this guy dies from disrespecting bees.
What of the beekeeper? I hear her name mentioned a few times. Do you know where she lives?
I do not.
Do you know where she lives?
She was part of the. She lived in the mead hall. But once the mead hall went in, once the bees went insane, she was no longer. We haven't seen her.
What? Like, Melia gets like a crazy thought, but is probably way off base. He's like, is the giant bee the beekeeper? Would that be crazy? Melia goes to Jen, it's like, you know that giant bee?
Yeah.
Never seen a bee that big. Huge. Terrifying. Do you know about magic? Do you know if like people can turn into bees?
Oh yes.
Oh wow, you just said that was so okay, that was very casual.
You don't understand. I've been spending months and months with Erwina. I mean, it's literally like a monthly occurrence. She changes into something else. It's rather. At first, I was disturbed, but I just came to accept it as nature. She's a druid.
Oh, I've heard that happens to women every month. It's a nightmare. I've heard.
Oh no, that's no. Maybe I should
change
say
it to
monthly. Bi-monthly. Yeah.
I don't know. But so maybe.
So should I return to Bryn Shander and assume appointment of Goodmead, or is
Oh
this...
fuck no. No, you definitely shouldn't. We need to see what's happening in the mead hall and clear that out. As someone who wants to run a speaker, don't you think it would be a good show of support to the people that you would be brave and go and make sure the bees are okay? The symbol of our fair town.
Goodmead and all.
Goodmead. I mean, we could just change the name.
To Woodmead.
At this point, the mead is mostly spoiled, I'm guessing, anyways, and you don't seem to be the one to take care of the bees, so I would have to find a new beekeeper. I am a logger and a businessman, not a beekeeper.
Oh, we literally fixed the honey. It's okay. It's fine.
Right.
Most of it. There's that other
Most
room.
of it. I point at Jinjack's hand that's like, sticky.
Yeah.
So it seems you've broken into the tavern, gathered honey, found some sort of strange item that has made the bees go insane, and now you come to me to usurp me, or...
Oh, no, I don't want to be speaker. No one here wants to be speaker of this town. We're just thinking that maybe we're in the process of investigating it, and we just wanted to have a word with you, seeing as how you seem to be in charge at this time. But we've already established your bona fides, and there's an intriguing idea that we want to look into, but we'll be back.
Of course. And if you do not mind letting the capital know that I will arrive within the next 2 days to assume appointment of Goodmead, which then I will use all of my resources as a logger to fortify this place for one of the 4 final locations here within Icewind Dale.
Amazing, great plan. When's the election?
As I said, we've wasted time on elections at this point.
No, I think, I'm a big fan of the democratic process. Love it. 10 out of 10, everyone should get a vote. If you're of the right age to do so. I think I might just run. Local. Bees. My thing. And I feel I could purify some of the honey up in this bitch.
Well, I'm thinking Well, whatever. I'm not getting involved in local politics.
Well, then
Don't mind if I do. Good Sir Shander, you might be the only person running at present, and far be it from us to deny the outcome should that remain to be the case after the people of Good Meade come to understand that their town center is ideally, and we'll see about helping to meet out this case, returning to a state of stability. In the event that we provide that information and it comes to light very truthfully that for months, while your people have been cowering in terror in their homes, you've just been hanging out over here, measly waiting for representatives to come to your aid. Some other persons who feel a little bit more strongly about the nature in which good mead can be stewarded might rise to the occasion, if not our good friend Mel here, to oppose you in the forthcoming election. And as the duly appointed representatives from Bryn Shander, who are brought here to see that the proper person come into the speakership of this town, I believe that an election is exactly what will happen. You're worried about that wasting time? Well, wasting time is arguably precisely what you were doing, hiding away here on the edges of town while so many people closer to the town center were waiting for help.
You immediately notice he is shaking. He is frustrated and he is nervous. He looks at all of you. He says, "Fine. If an election is what you need to prove to you that I am the rightful speaker of this town, then this is what we will have. Until then, please get the fuck off of my property, and we'll see you in a few days." And as his voice gets louder, the guards come in to wonder what is happening with the commotion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, don't worry.
You know what they say, the louder the voice, the smaller the man. And I leave.
I'll follow.
This is why I don't like politics.
I'll just start walking out with him, then go over my shoulder like, "Hey, you know, it'd be a great campaign slogan for you? Sitting around playing with your wood," and just keep going back and forth.
And with that, we will close this evening's mini one shot. Thank you, Alex, for joining us as the beekeeper. We will do an we'll have a discussion off camera on what happens here in Good Mead, and maybe Melia takes over Good Mead. Who knows? What we'll find out in the next 2 weeks is as we return back to we turn back to the capital city of Bryn Shander, and the party reunites with Arowina, Benji, and Olivier, and they head off to do the main quest, which is heading to Kelvin's Cairn, where they can try to figure out exactly what is going on with this dragon. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Real quick, we're going to go around the circle. Tell us who you are, tell us where they can find you, and all the cool fun stuff. And then at the end, of course, we'll ask that you stick around for just a moment while we raid some friends. Let's start with Alex.
Me, I'm Alex. I'm BlondeNerd94 on the internet, and I played Melia, the Swarm Ranger, who loves some bees. Vote for Melia in the upcoming election. I'm sure we can think of a bee-appropriate slogan. Nope. You better believe it. Something like that. It'll be great.
It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, and can I say about other things I'm doing on the channel? Is that chill?
Sure.
Okay, I'm the DM of Candela Obscura that's on next week. We're sharing with Dresser Quest. Every other week you'll have a different show. If you like spooky mysteries and James playing a sad boy who's haunted by a ghost, you'll love it. Promise. Oh, and Samster down here is also in it too. And he had a great time. So yes, and blessings be upon you all. From the goddess herself, obviously. From Mr. Wonderful.
All right. Humphrey, what's going on over in your world?
Not much at the moment. Still working and editing the footage from my Only Cloaks infomercial that we recorded footage for like a month ago, but editing's always a struggle. It really is. So that's mostly what I'm up to right now. As we started this show, I actually confirmed my flight tickets for Gen Con. So yay, no excuses for me not to show up now.
Yep.
Money was spent. A lot of money. Otherwise, it's just me trying to get back into the swing of things of making content on the regular and getting out of my own ADHD way.
All right. Well, definitely come to Gen Con, hang out with all of us. 'Cause a bunch of the Dress Quest team is going to be there, and it's going to be awesome. Sam.
Hey everybody, my name is Sam. You can generally find me on most social platforms and spaces online under the handle Dungeon Samster. I am one of the myriad members here for Tabletop Misfits, not only playing in Dress to Quest, but also running and or playing in other games. As Alex just mentioned, you can find our semi-finale or penultimate episode of Candela Obscura Hearts and Minds next Monday. This coming Wednesday, and of course the following Wednesday, we will have our regularly scheduled Tavern Talks special, not I guess a special report, but regularly scheduled interview with a variety of wonderful guests. So be sure to check us out not only this week, but the following as well. Stay tuned on our primary socials as to whether or not Chuck will be coming back for our Thursday night Beaker's Garage build sessions. His schedule is allowing for him to take on some other responsibilities in his life at present, but he could be coming back whether this week, next week, or beyond. And of course, last night was episode 2 of season 2 for Guardians of the Grid. Chuck as the game master for the Power Rangers roleplay game. And before you see us come back for Dress to Quest 2 weeks from tonight, you can of course catch episode 3. We'll have plenty of time to catch up on them had you not done so previously. James, I'm sure we'll bring up a little bit more about this fairly soon, but we are very close to launching our Pendragon role-playing game series, or at the very least, beginning to prepare those sessions for your consumption. And we're also very close to Shadow preparing for another episode, if not a couple, of season 1 of Night of the Worm, our World of Darkness Chronicle that you saw so much of last fall and winter. Stay tuned for more news on those fronts, in addition to many other things we have going on in the background.
If you didn't have that actually in front of you, that was the most impressive thing I've ever seen happen, because that was awesome. I can't do that. That's hard. Anyway, real quick, before we go, we're going to bounce over to Chris real fast. I'm going to put him up on the big screen so we can check out all the cool stuff that he does, because his stuff is always artwork, and it's so cool. So let me make sure I get the right one. Nope, don't need the guest up on that one. There's Chris.
Hashtag Chris is cool.
Hashtag Chris is cool. All right, let me do that. Boom. All right, Chris, let's see what we got today.
All right, so I did a first draft of the Honey Dragon.
The Honey Dragon.
But then I remember, white dragons in D&D look a little bit different, so I did a second draft with
There we go.
Meade dragon with the proper skull crest of a white dragon and some skulls coming out of the Meade cup.
Out of the mead, because it's a rough mead.
And the only other one I was trying to draw the bee queen, but you can kind of make out the crown floating over her head.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Or a demon bee queen is what I was thinking. That's what
demon bee queen. That sounds terrifying. Anyway,
everybody, the Honey Dragon is your best choice for Good Mead's future speaker. You can believe it.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yes. So if you want to be a part of Dress to Quest or part one of the other shows, or you just want to be around all of our community, make sure that you jump into our Discord. It is the best way to get a hold of each and every one of us. Also, it tells you when everything is happening, not only on stream, but we are going to start doing community nights, because part of the idea for Tabletop Misfits is to bring people together to play games. So we've talked to our team and we've decided that community nights are necessary because we want to be part of build this community, and that's an awesome way to do so. Not to mention, Sam's been working in the background on it. Alex has been working in the background on it. Our whole team has been working on this. We are putting together convention channels. We are putting together channels for our D3 at Sea potential. We are putting channels for everything together in the Discord. And the best way for you to be a part of that is to be in the Discord. So with that, as he said, keep a hold of all of the socials. That's going to tell you where we're at, when we're going to be there, and how long we're going to be there. And then, of course, keep warm, grab that beverage, come around for all of the wonderful tales here at Dress to Quest. Make sure that you tell everybody in this group that they look amazing, because they try every week to put their best on. And, of course, have fun rolling dice this week. Stick around real fast while we find some friends that we can raid, and we can go share our love with them. So 1 minute while we hang out and find friends.
You better bet your ass that I'm making Melia's campaign thing as a promo that we can put on Instagram for Dress.